pizza up, I eat the pizza up, I eat the pizza I eat the pizza
Arizona Juggalos podcast with your host Taco Tetsujin and the Odd Fellas.
Make it clap.
Welcome everybody to the Arizona Juggalos podcast.
Yo.
What up, what up?
I am your host, Taco Tetsujin, as always, Dynasty, Spooky Z of the Odd Fellas, and our guest host today, or this week, Juggalo comedian,
Bostonian,
Steve Costa.
Thank you. It's
How's
great
it
being
going,
here. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Glad you could make it, man. So how's things going with you, man? Tell us all about what's going on with your life right now.
I quit stand up like a couple years ago, and all of a sudden I got my medical marijuana card, and I noticed that we have venues now that are popping up, like this one I do, the Purple Haze House, and
So
I do stand up.
Weed made life funny again.
You
It
legalized
did, it
marijuana
did.
and everybody wants
Who'da
to laugh.
thunk it? Who'da thunk it?
So now, yeah, I do that, and I'll be at this weekend. I'll be at a week from today. What was it? The 29th. I'll be over at Comedy Speakeasy Lounge with my buddy Mark Fry.
Right on.
Over inside Papi Chulo's restaurant over on Scottsdale Road in Chaparral. Be a good time. It'll be my first club show in almost 3 years. So
Heck yeah, man.
been out of the game for a little bit, but coming back, getting all kinds of offers.
Nothing like playing those living rooms, though.
Yeah, nothing like playing those little ones. No.
That sounds great, man. That's what you've been doing lately, and have you been catching any shows lately? Any like Juggalo shows?
Any hecklers out there, man? You want to give a shout out to?
No, I do a marijuana lounge now. They're heckling, they're coughing. That's their heckling over there now.
That joke was funny, man. That'd be great. That's gotta be easy. That's gotta be an easy room. Just a whole bunch of potheads.
It's easy if I don't smoke pot first.
Yeah.
Because if I smoke, I get up on stage, I forget all my material.
Is it like okay? How easy is it? It's almost formulaic to where you just go, okay, if I start with a little pot humor at the beginning,
Oh, yeah.
then I got them the rest of the
Oh,
set.
of course, yeah. That's
Shit.
most of the comics I have go on. Some really funny guys. I had my buddy Jace Clay headline on Friday night. I did last night with Kevin Gassman. He does his own thing, 420s of comedy. They didn't have mics and stuff, so I showed up with the mic and all. I do my best shows off the fly. I mean, I didn't even know I was performing.
Tell me a
that
joke.
night. A joke, huh?
You said off the fly. I'm
Yeah,
just like,
say it. Tell a joke right
you
now.
funny motherfucker.
Tell a joke.
Right
You gotta
now.
set me up.
Make
You
me
gotta-
laugh.
you
You
gotta
said
ask me
it
some personal
on the
questions.
fly. On the fly.
Could ask me some personal. We
Tell
were
a
talking
joke,
about
joke,
being
man.
we were talking about being
jokes,
married
man.
with this guy earlier. Both of us
Yeah.
trying to get divorced, and
You guys
Oh,
got
yeah.
married and we're getting divorced?
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. When did this happen?
Hold on. We were both married to separate pigs.
We used to live in Massachusetts together, so we moved back out
No,
here.
we were both married to pigs.
Yeah. In more ways than one.
Filthy swines.
Yeah, but,
Interspecies never works.
no, but I always say, yeah, my ex-wife, she was half Mexican, but not the half that cooks or cleans. So
Thank you for waiting.
Hey, you did it!
Yeah, I've been trying to get him on the show
You did it.
for like 6 weeks now, and you've just
Oh, that was
came in here
awesome.
and killed it.
That was good.
Yeah.
To where
It's because I'm Mexican. It was funny.
yeah.
we got all these nice mics we can't spit on.
This was a good
Yeah,
week for
right.
Mexicans too. What? They passed an immigration thing, and the Raiders won a game. So
Yeah.
it's an awesome week if you're Mexican.
Right?
I tell you.
Yeah.
Totally.
No, the other day, it was a few weeks back. It was the Cardinals had a game, the Cowboys had a game, the Raiders had a game,
Yep.
and the Cowboys and the Cardinals won their game. Raiders didn't win their game.
No.
But if Raiders had won their game, like there would have been a lift on stabbings for
Oh, of
like
course.
24 hours.
It'd have been nice. It would have been nice.
No more stabbing. We gotta celebrate, eh?
Hey, smoke a joint.
Yeah. No, we're gonna cover the immigration thing actually.
All right.
a little
Okay.
later
Sounds
on.
good.
Let's go ahead and jump into some Juggalo news.
Juggalo
Hoop,
news.
On request of Dynasty himself, he asked for me to check up on what's going on with the ICP lawsuit against the FBI.
Yeah.
Now, anybody who's been keeping up knows that they kind of threw it out and said you cannot hold the FBI directly responsible for
What local law
enforcement
enforcement
does. So, conventionally, Well, this is what they're doing. They're seeking an appeal to the case, just a straight up appeal saying that it led to.
Sure.
And you
Which
can't,
it did.
You can't block it.
It did.
Sorry about that. Well, here's the situation though. What is it? Why stay on a national scale if they go, hey, FBI is not responsible? Go back down, prove those cases locally, set as precedents, and then coming back and file another case. Why? To me, that would make more sense, but that's not what they're doing. They're appealing the original.
Well, it's got to be some, a little bit of any exposure is good exposure. So
Of course.
it's got to sell something.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not about selling at this point. It's about getting people not harassed for being juggalos.
Well, we're always fighting that fight of, juggalos are portrayed as something that,
Right,
kind
right.
of are or we aren't.
And it's a really weird thing, but the thing about it is that a lot of juggalos don't care. They just fuck it. The people don't understand us fuck them, and that's where this kind of thing comes in. Now we can't to a certain degree say fuck them because
They'll fuck us.
because they'll fuck us
Well,
over.
they're watching, yeah.
But that.
They're waiting for a reason that, who via the government or the people or whoever it is, they're waiting for us to slip up, make a mistake, do something wrong we ain't supposed to be doing. And,
Well, if you look in the news,
it's going to
there's stuff
publicize
going
that's
on
what we
all
all
the
do.
time.
Don't juggalos have to have like some sort of prison gang to really be running stuff? I mean, I knew a guy that was a prison guard, and he says the juggalos were actually separated from the gangs
Right.
because they weren't a gang, they'd get harassed by the real gangs.
Right.
So they were kind of in isolation, kind of did their own thing because they were pretty much getting picked on inside.
So it sounds like
It's
the
just
government.
trick-
It sounds like
it's
the
trickling
government.
in, it's trickling
Yeah.
in.
It sounds like the government is creating a gang
Yep.
of juggalos by segregating them from the rest and making them
Or
all be
creating
together.
creating
And so it's going,
segregation.
so it's going like, oh, they're all huddled together. Like, yeah, because you fucking made us.
We had to
all
get
huddle
back to
together.
back.
That's
Back
like one
to
of
back,
my-
Juggalos,
one of
we
my
got
jokes.
We got each other's back. Yeah, we gonna huddle together.
Here's the thing: the FBI did the same thing 40 years ago with hippies, trying
Yep.
to make hippies communists.
Yep.
Say all hippies are communists and stuff like that. They did the same exact thing 40 years ago. It's just the FBI trying to fight counterculture.
Sure.
And eventually it'll fade away, and hopefully it doesn't get dark. And with the hippies, nothing really happened from it. Nothing really came from it. It was all forgotten.
I'm sure there's videos that
that say
speak to the
otherwise.
otherwise,
Yeah.
but it didn't get like
At the
mass
same
genocide.
time, though,
No.
at the same time, we know that
Final solution.
hippies was a certain movement, but at the same time, you also knew that there was a few hippies that fucking spoiled the batch.
Sure.
It's the same
That's
thing.
the same
Juggalos are the hippies of the 2000 on the new millennium.
And they're going off of what? They're going off of two cases. One where some guy that said he was a juggalo up in Seattle went into a park and swung a hatchet. The second case is a guy in Boston that said he was a juggalo, but really he had more connections to the Klan and a lot of racist groups.
Right.
Went up
Which
and
is
killed a
not
gay
juggalo.
guy, which when people actually went and dug on this guy's history, nothing had to do with juggalo.
I want to see the picture of these people. I want to see their juggalo tattoo. 'Cause
Yeah.
I got mine. You know what I mean? You got your hatchet man.
Yeah, but I don't even think like my whole opinion on juggalos has always been that it's not about the tattoos or the clothing or anything.
Well,
like that.
I'm just saying you can
Like,
you
but
can
you
know-
can-
you can a true fan. I'm a true fan. I got a big old hatchet man. You got a hatchet man. No matter how big or small, you got a hatchet man. I'm saying if he's a true fan, if he wasn't a perpetrator, if he wasn't just some guy out there.
Well, don't use gang terminology.
There's a good.
Don't use gang terminology when you're
There's a
trying
good
to say
chance that the
juggalos
guy
are
might have a hatchet man.
Sure,
I'm saying
sure.
now,
There's a-
if you
there's a
take a
good chance.
picture and the guy's throwing up, wicked clowns, or he's he's got pictures establishing himself as a juggalo.
Like what-
Then I get that maybe he's a juggalo and he went and did something, but I really feel like, man, anybody could just go throw on you selling it. Go buy a ICP shirt at Walmart. Go slap
And that's-
somebody and
and
call
that's
yourself
exactly
a juggalo.
what- that's
That's
exactly
what's happening now.
why-
They're going to be
that's-
selling at Walmart too.
That's exactly why there's so much negativity, because they're not looking at it based on the merits of the group. They're looking at it as the fan base. Because anybody can be a fan of music, and if you're a fan of ICP, whether you're a juggalo or identify as a juggalo or not, if you're a fan of ICP and you wear it, then you're a juggalo. And so that I don't think that that's necessarily what makes somebody. There are people that have Hatchet Man tattoos that I would never in a million years and they wouldn't identify as a juggalo. No, look, it's something
people
I like.
my
I'm a
age,
fan.
Well, yeah, but that identity.
But that's what leads to somebody like that going and committing crime, even though they didn't commit it under this umbrella of for the juggalos,
Right.
because they're associated an action deed.
Well, he said he did. He said he went in there with a hatchet.
Yeah,
screaming,
no,
I'm a juggalo. I'm saying if a guy's doing that, I'm like, you better really be a fucking juggalo.
I'm a juggalo.
And then even then, it's like, what the fuck you doing?
And who knows that's a real juggalo? Let's say that's a cop that's going out there trying to give juggalos a
You
bad
see
name.
what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Look
what
what's
I'm
going on
talking
in Ferguson
about.
right
What's
now.
to stop a normal person from going out there and creating a bad rep?
Of course.
You know.
And that's and I would certainly go along with that idea that is a
I'm
very
not saying that I
likely-
don't know a couple of silly, nutty
That's what I was
juggalos
about to
that
say.
go out and do some stuff.
Sure.
That's the other side of that is that your identity is not self-established. Anybody who thinks that is a fool. Your identity is established by how other people perceive you. Mm-hmm. That's it.
And the company you keep.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you hang out with a bunch of people who are juggalos, you get lumped in with all these bad cases that are very small cases. Now, if you look at the whole of the situation, these cases are very few and far between. But when it comes up, it's blown crazy out of proportion. Mm-hmm. And, you got people who are doing murders every day. And it's
territorial, too, though.
Yeah.
I mean, juggalos, I get it, man. The music, ICP Twisted, the whole genre of what we do. We embrace violence. We embrace, brutality. We embrace that. It's not something new to us. We're not afraid. We can actually laugh at some things that are not people. I guess the norm wouldn't laugh.
Sure.
At. But it's just because we embrace it.
I don't think it's an embracement.
I think it's if you listen,
there's a dark side.
There's certainly a
light
dark
side
side
and a dark side, and we're not afraid to show off
Both.
either side.
Well, but you gotta admit, man. I mean, as juggalos, we are a bit arrogant. We are a bit loud, and we do say what we want, and that sometimes comes off as rude or
that's
bullyish
the side of it that I mean, I guess that's where my opinion on what a juggalo is differs. I don't.
That's because you're an old man now. When you were 15, 16 years old, when you said "fuck you," you meant "fuck you."
Yeah.
I'm a juggalo. Now you're
but
like.
I don't think that had nothing to do with being
know,
a juggalo. That had to do with being a kid.
A kid, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I feel as. This is me. Mm-hmm. When I listen to the music, it's because, and I relate it to the music as a kid, as a rebellious kid. They focused on that. They achieved that. They achieved grabbing all the kids. We all know we're all the outcasts. We're all the ones who got pushed aside, said we don't belong. We all felt like we had some place to belong, but at the same time, it was also like, look, man, you might be a little weird or crazy, but man, put your hands up and you can fight back. You can be somebody. Mm-hmm. Stand up for yourself. Stand up to be a juggalo. Be tough.
I was a juggalo before people knew what juggalos were. I used to hear the same exact thing in high school growing up, and there was this one thing I always heard. It was always consistent. So many people always said that. They said, there should be a name for people just like you. And then all of a sudden one day somebody said it to me, and I go, there is, and it's called Juggalo. And they went, oh, God. Right. And I'm like, really? You said there should be a name. I gave you a name, and now... What, you don't like that now?
It's that social stigma. Yeah. Like I'm in the dating world, and I call it date 3 material. I don't go over the fact that I'm a juggalo rapper.
That blew me a date.
Not that I don't consider us juggalo rappers. We're horrorcore artists. We're definitely juggalos.
I'm a juggalo who's a rapper.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not a juggalo
rapper.
Well, not the typical juggalo rapper that is emulating and wants to sound just
Plastic
like
Capes
ICP and
Violent Ted.
Like 80% of everything.
No, we know what we're trying to sound like. I think we stepped outside of that box.
What I mean when I say that is I don't let it be known that I'm involved with the juggalos.
We don't do covers of chicken hunting or anything like that.
But in the dating world, like, it's something where I have to be conscious of the perception. So as soon as I let that be known, if I let that out of the gate too early, I immediately get put in
made that mistake myself.
You're that guy on that commercial where she's meeting eHarmony and he's sitting there standing with the mohawk.
Yeah.
Death metal, that what's up?
Yeah. No.
He shows up with that mask on.
And they hate it. When I show up with the mask, then they run. And I have the great equalizer though. It's called a brick and a sock.
Nice.
Insta yes.
Man. I mean, granted, I don't get a lot of dates, and maybe it's because of the way I act, but I don't give a shit. I don't care.
Well,
No, it's not
right off bat when you start telling the chick all your problems and then all the things that are like you like. This is what I don't like about you, bitch. They don't like that. They don't like that.
You're supposed to nag chicks.
No, look, there's a subtle way to neg. You're talking to I date.
Like,
I get ass. All right, and there's a subtle way. There's a subtle way to get to neg a chick. I don't condone it. I'm personally not a big fan of it. But no, like you have to allow somebody to get to know those parts of yourself, such as
I'm
something
also
that come with
exceptionally picky. That's a 1-2 combination.
a
I won't
stigma.
date just anybody.
I turn down
that
skinny
comes
women.
along with it. The stigma that comes along with it is like it sucks that's what it's become. Where if you say Juggalo, people don't think ICP fan. They think
Gang
criminal,
member.
hooligan, fucking idiot.
Dude, I was a pro wrestler.
Maniac.
I understand that, to a certain degree. I get it. I was a pro wrestler and a Juggalo at one point. I didn't have the girls I dated never had a problem with either of them.
No.
Sure,
but that was also the 90s.
you were a pro wrestler though.
Yeah.
I went out on a date.
I'm a wrestler. Like, okay, cool. It's fake, and it's fake, and it's a job. Like, I'm a Juggalo. Oh, so you dump soda all over yourself and hit people with hatchets. There's a total night and fucking day.
At times, though.
I hit
At
people with
times.
chairs.
Right?
But you get that's something you get paid for.
Have
That's
you ever
a
not poured some soda over yourself?
No, I have.
I can't do that. I'm
Absolutely.
OCD.
I'm saying the difference is if you say I'm a professional wrestler versus I'm a Juggalo, you're hitting people with chairs and you're in death matches and you might get bloodied up.
Both. I was both at the same time.
2 strikes and you're
I
out.
didn't give a shit.
I was on a date in 2012 back when I was doing the POF thing. This is the week before Twisted came out here in their whole Abomination tour. This woman showed up, mom with the kids, minivan and everything, with the dad tucking out the back of the minivan, 36 years old, right? So I'm just joking around with her, and I'd made that mistake on the first date saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to Twisted. Know what you should do? You should show up and pick me up in the minivan at the concert. She didn't think that was so funny, and there was no I wasn't getting laid on that date. No second date. She actually told me at the end of the date that I have a date on Friday when I asked her out again.
No repeat customer.
Nope.
You know what my favorite part about holding that back is, to be honest, is that when I do let it out of the bag and they go, I would have never guessed. Like,
Yep.
I like fucking people's heads up like that, because if you were to meet any of us on the street and talk to us, like, we're all intelligent. We're all
Once you break it down, though, I bet you rap every song that will.
Oh yeah, no.
You show them every video.
They're not. Yeah, they're not. You're not exempt. I'm not ashamed. I'm not like, this is a secret in my closet. I'm gonna fuck you through a hole in the sheet.
I get judged. I personally get judged more by myself, not you guys. I know your experience is completely different, but I
got
find
24/7
myself
vagina.
Get judged by Juggalos more than I do about being a Juggalo.
Right, because you're smart.
non-Juggalos.
Because you're smart and you're intelligent, and people look at that and go like, "What the fuck is he talking
Well, as
about?"
a smart guy,
The
Juggalo.
judgmental
Yeah.
Juggalos.
No, yeah.
I love those.
Even Juggalos get surprised by that when
Yeah.
you speak. And that's a thing that we've done with the Oddfellas is, the music is, the message is so smart and the delivery is so intelligent that they're just kind of like, okay, so we get you the way you look. Like, we get it. You're running. What the fuck are you saying? Like,
No,
that's
definitely.
mind-blowing.
Definitely, when I roll around with you guys, I wind up seeing that same look in a lot of people's faces when I start talking to certain people.
Yeah.
Like, they're really surprised.
Even like you said, even the Juggalos, but that's why we're the odd.
I think that engineer back
Because
there
even
is
amongst
the odd ones out right
amongst
now.
the weirdos and the
Odd ones
odd,
out.
we're still the odd ones out.
So going back to the whole no. Okay, let me just say, preface by I think this whole thing I'm about to talk about, because we have to talk about it because everybody's talking about it because it got blown out of proportion because it's Juggalo related. Something stupid happened.
Are they going to talk about Kim Kardashian's ass?
No.
Oh,
We did
okay.
that last week.
Oh, you did?
You're not watching the podcast. Oh, wait. Hold on.
I didn't
no.
know it was existing until you told me. So.
Portland,
It hasn't been
Oregon.
put up yet now.
What we were talking about, there's gentrification going on in Portland, Oregon.
Yes.
There's what happened was
It's like ginger
Put a bird on it.
initiation. They're like getting a lot of redheads with freckles.
a lot of restaurants. Okay,
They're
what
like
gentrification is that people with money will go into an impoverished neighborhood and rebuild it.
Yeah, the
I
law
like-
for
What does that got to
says-
do with freckled redhead kids?
They talk about in Boys in the Hood.
Annie.
Annie? Oh, so it's gone off of something like Annie.
No, you're off the rails.
I am.
No, I know what he's talking about.
Anyway, but like gentrification is
not gentrification.
Not gentrification.
These guys are getting way off.
Oh, not gingers, like gingers.
Gentrification.
Okay.
Gentrification.
Oh, see, you gotta enunciate, man. That's the problem.
That's so tough.
We got you down.
So yeah, no, they go. It's where.
Yeah, I'm the one that has a hard time with the big words. I'm the one.
Rich people going into poor communities and rebuilding it, but
Right.
they're not rebuilding it for the poor community.
Right.
They're rebuilding. Well, look what happens in New York right now with stop and frisk. You think stop and frisk is to try to lower crime? No, this is to try to force these people out of their neighborhoods. That's all it's about. You take people that are paying $900 a month, right? What's the best way to get them out of the neighborhood? Go in there, send the cops in and harass the hell out of them.
Yeah.
So what happens is they move out, they abandon their houses. You don't have to worry about giving the cash for their home.
Right.
What happens? They redo that piece of crap $900 a month apartment. Now it's $2,700 a month. Now you got Katy Perry that is living in a building that used to be the projects a couple of years ago,
Right.
paying all that money. I mean, it's smart from a business stamp, but the way they go about it is like, just offering the money for their houses, relocate them. Don't just send the cops out there like dogs, harass the people, arrest them. Some of these people are getting killed. And it's just, just to try to get them out of their, apartments or their houses or whatnot.
Yeah, there's some people fighting back, and they claim to be Juggalos. They're posting flyers all over the businesses saying you've been targeted by the Juggalo family.
That's fake.
To get the,
That's fake.
To get the fuck out, vacate or suck our dicks.
Yeah,
That's what it says.
Yeah.
Vacate or suck
And
our
there's the
dicks.
picture, yeah. And
Let
they
me see
use
this. I've seen that. Yeah.
They
yeah.
use the
Those cops must be getting
used-
really creative up there.
And we'll put it up on the screen so you guys
They
can
used the
see it.
very first piece of clip art they could find
That
when
you
they
can
went and
find.
looked up
Yeah,
Juggalo.
I'm looking at that going
Yet again, I'm saying who's
what
imposturing?
Juggalo? First of all,
who's
what
imposturing?
Juggalo is dumb enough to fucking do something like that?
If they're
Number
doing
one.
something like they're going
Not
to
to
want to promote their
not
label.
to mention, this is all spelled correctly and in proper grammar.
Yeah, no, I don't believe it.
There's no Fago dumped on
There
it.
gotta be some lights going off. You know what I'm saying? That maybe.
I'm sorry, but the Juggalo did not do this.
You screaming imposter?
Unless it was me, and I ain't doing that shit.
But see, anybody that's smart enough to spell all that right and put something like that together, that's a Juggalo, is smart enough to realize that that's the dumbest fucking thing.
You're right.
It's not going to bring them anything. So I don't believe for a second that there's a group of Juggalos in Portland that are doing that. Here's what I think. I think maybe these hipsters are running out of money.
Yeah.
They're trying to...
Skinny jeans
they're
get
trying
expensive,
to,
dude.
They're trying to rebuild this, and so they're going in and smashing up their own stores and collecting the insurance money.
So, but I'm trying to wrap my head around if they're going in there and fixing. It's like I fixed up your park. You can't play in here though, or you can't hang out. Like I don't get it. Like
it's
not
not
how
about
are they,
that.
How are they stopping them from?
Here's how is they're going. I fixed up your park, right? Like let's say you live in the hood.
Yes, and they hooked
I
up the park.
fixed up your
new
park.
basketball court, new playground.
Now it's our park.
But
Your rent is $600 a month now.
But now, in order for you
Your
to
rent is
play in
twice
that
as much as
park,
what it was.
in order for you to play in that park, let's say you were 5 years old. In order for you to play in that park, now you got to be 10 years old.
Yeah.
You can't play in that
So
park.
they put rules on it.
It's not about
they'll excise an HOA. And say, you have all these fees you have to pay now.
They make it impossible.
They make it private.
So that you can, for you to exist in that community the way you always have. It's like taking a restaurant. If we live in a neighborhood where there's a restaurant that everybody eats at because we can all afford it, and
so it's pushing
$20.
out the poor, trying to upscale.
Exactly, it's upscaling everything.
It's the reverse of urban sprawling. They come back from the suburbs into the metro area and try to clean
downtown.
it.
There's actually I just watched Barbershop 2. And that's exactly what happens. In Barbershop 2, they got Calvin's Barbershop on the left, and then they put in this fucking super fancy, there's fish in the floor.
Clips.
And so it's like the whole idea is that's going to knock them out of business because it's new, it's improved, and it's going to bring in people to that community that don't want to go to Calvin's Barbershop. They want to go to where the new hot shit is. And so they're going to bring money into the community, but only for themselves.
When they find out that Juggalos didn't
do
this, do you think all these people who are covering it is going to go, no, it wasn't Juggalos, it was Bill and Mary.
But to be fair, how many people are covering it? I mean, is it that big?
18 articles.
Wow.
Well, you got to think, man. We're national news. FBI.
The Juggalo Outreach Program.
Yeah, the one we talked about. Yeah.
2.
Right.
I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised by that.
how it goes.
No, if you want to do something good for the community, like
nobody wants
good
to hear
for
that.
you, but
Nobody-
fuck you.
nobody
As
wants
far
to
as
hear that.
the media is concerned.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear that.
We want to talk about some positive communities. Let's talk about the Juggalo Gamers community. JuggaloGamers.com. I was told to give
That's
a
what
shout out.
Juggalos really are, just gamers,
Give a
wrestling
shout
nerds,
out
comic
to
book nerds.
JuggaloGamers.com. They have a PSN posse of 300 people on
Wow, I'll
Grand
have to
Theft
jump
Auto.
on that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Holler at your boy,
They
yo.
play the bejesus out of Grand Theft Auto.
Spookzilla. I don't have
And there's
anybody.
like
I have
300.
one friend on Grand Theft Auto Online. I don't even play
Dude,
this
jump
shit.
in, dude. There's 300 of them, man. You can
All
go
right.
do heists and all sorts of shit.
Am I gonna-
JuggaloGamers.com. Big shout out to those guys. They've always been really nice to
I'm
us.
waiting to play Grand Theft Auto 5 online
I'm still
until
playing 4.
they
I'm
can
still
until
playing
I can buy an Emmy to put in my house.
Yeah,
I want to get an Emmy in the game,
Right.
put it in my crib.
that'd be dope. That yeah, I'm playing 4 because I'm a Steam player. I'm a PC player. So 5 isn't out yet.
I'm
But
just
as
cheap.
soon as 5
I don't buy brand new games. I've always buy it like I
said
wait till
that-
a brand new
listen,
game comes out.
I said
and buy
that for
the
like
one.
6 months after Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. I'm like, I'm not paying $60 for this fucking game. I'm not paying $60 for this fucking. You know what I did? 6 months later,
Paid
I paid
$60.
$40. For
Oh, there
this
you go.
fucking
Good
game.
job.
But
Well,
still,
then
no,
you-
like I still paid way more than I was.
Yeah, I bought 4 for
Personally,
20
man,
bucks.
I'm hyped for the Lego Batman 3. Me and King
Yeah,
gonna get our
Gotham.
game on.
Yeah.
You know
Dude, the
what?
Lego games have been tearing it up. They've had a
Oh,
few.
yeah.
There's been a few shit ones in the bunch.
Yeah. All the
the-
Batman ones are
The,
good.
but
Oh,
the, yeah,
Batman
the
series,
Marvel
the
one
Lego
was
Batman
shit, from
series
what I
was awesome.
understand.
No, the Marvel
No,
one's
it
pretty
was
decent
good.
if you get
It was
into
good.
it.
We
What-
just beat it.
What was the one that I was just reading an article about it? It was it the DC Heroes, not the Batman one, but it was just DC.
No, it's all Batman.
Okay, then it was
Batman 2 is
it was
DC Heroes.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Maybe that's what it was. But like they've had a few in the bunch that like
All right, this is a stupid tangent. We'll be right back
fuck.
after these couple of
I'm dumb.
couple of
Listen to some
songs.
music,
I'm
y'all.
dumb as hell.
Turn that shit
That's
up.
my Juggalo coming out.
Passion flying from the sky, it's cemetery time. Psychopathic young bees here to fucking kill, and the crew's here to rise. We black and pennies and lay 'em over your eyes. Spirits start to descend, moving real quick, but I always know I'm gonna catch it. Darkest of the dark, I'm a killer at heart. Feasting on the blood, so my heart will never stop. You can hear it thump every time I hatch your chops. Next lose the blood and the bodies always drop. My heart has just begun, but the killings never stop. Nooses I've been hanging, murder's what I'm bringing. Ouija boards are shifting, slightly elevating. Spirits that I'm taking, purgatory placing. Homicidal crazing, flames are always blazing. Roaming through the dark and we're killers at heart. Don't fuck with us cause we've been psycho from the start. Roaming through the dark and we're killers at heart. Don't fuck with us cause we've been psycho from the start. Up and down my spine I get the chills every time the blood spills. Each and every kill gives me more thrills. I don't understand it but still, every time I do it I leave the body buried at the top of a hill. Blaze up until I'm chillin', contemplate on my next kill. Ensure my steel blades but they nag, veins against the wall. And the doctors try to tell me to take all these pills so they can stop all these bad voices I hear. But they can't stop these psycho thoughts that have been deep inside of me from the very start. And if you didn't know, I'm a killer at heart. And I'm roaming through the dark with the vengeance of bloodthirst. So who's gonna be the lucky one to die first? Consequences never ever come to my mind state. And at the bottom of a lake is where they deteriorate. Now your soul's forever to burn in eternal flames. Roaming through the dark and we're killers at heart. Don't fuck with us cause we've been psycho from the start. Roaming through the dark and we're killers at heart. Don't fuck with us cause we've been psycho from the start. I'm getting to the point again where I feel like I'm gonna break. I feel it burning in my soul and it makes me wanna shake and pop another Xanax. Calm all the panic and havoc of all these voices that wanna make you disappear just like magic. Can you imagine it? Hacking it, stacking it up in a pile. Telling the cops you had nothing to do, they're backing it up with a smile. While the body is rotting and nodding misshapen, mangled in the walls of my halls where there was no escape. And I'm facing life decisions as I make my knife, make incisions and out of your throat with such seamless precision. I'm division in your limbs as I multiply your wounds. I'm losing it all reason in the light of the moons. I'm the kind of killer dark to bear the body at the park. I'm the darkest of the dark, a true killer with no heart. I'll impart in the party of life where it stops to fuck your wife right on top of your great plot non-stop. I'm a killer at heart. Roaming through the dark and we're killers at heart. Don't fuck with us cause we've been psycho from the start. Roaming through the dark and we're killers at heart. Don't fuck with us cause we've been psycho from the start. Roaming through the dark, yeah, we're killers at heart. Don't fuck with us, cause we've been psycho from the start. Roaming through the dark, yeah, we're killers at heart. Don't fuck with us, cause we've been psycho from the start.
Can you feel it? You feel it? This beat infecting you. For the moment, controlling your brain. Rapping I hate, but you don't forget the name. System thundering like monsoon rain. Sadistic rapping, we got it popping and crackling. Got 'em recognizing that we all savage. The only reason you hate is cause you hold us to inferior standards. And fuck a hater, we making advantage with the gauge. Open his mind to a broader range, but it's too late to redeem a thought process that's fake. You all at a dark time, you don't walk lines. Transition you over to the dark side. Listen to my music and ask yourself, is it possible I actually do? Or simply say screw it, put your raps on top of raps or a facade and I can see right through. We urban nature, highly intoxicated, hated individuals to the day that we die. Can't stop my grind. This venomous music, audio poison, push it to the point you actually do it. We out our minds. Murder slip next as the brains, blow a hater's lungs right out his ribcage. This ain't no lie. Injecting every line with the quality purest dopeness of rhymes. Danger! All the pain and torment, my brain ain't been eroded. I'm struggling through the storm, and I keep on steady going. I'm swinging a blade until I see it ripping your belly open. I'm sick of the haters, so I spray them, let the barrel smoking. Cherry go popping for you and your bones are decomposing, imploding your fucking chest and feel compression from the explosion of the slug. Got you folding, and I got you slipping, and my family stopped you out in the street till your body had no motion. The path that I've chosen is forbidden, the wrath of an omen. I'm bringing a warning, anyone fucking with us is bound to be dead by the morning. Your head absorbing the blood forces is morbid to a normal person, but I'm used to gorgeous like a surgeon. We urban nature, highly intoxicated, hated individuals to the day that we die. Can't stop my grind. This venomous music, audio poison, push it to the point you actually do it. We out our minds. Murder slip next as the brains, blow a hater's lungs right out his ribcage. This ain't no lie. Injecting every line with the quality purest dopeness of rhymes. Danger!
I pledge allegiance to these legions of demons and heathens, highly intoxicated soldiers leaving motherfuckers screaming, pleading for death. I rep the fam till I got nothing left, yelling out immortal assassins with my last breath. Leaving 4 holes in your chest for that mess you talking, squawking like a chicken while I'm chicken hawking. Leave you frozen like Stephen Hawking. I put one in your dome, box you up and send you home. I'm polishing my chrome at home, sewing stripes on.
Highly intoxicated. Highly intoxicated.
And we're back.
None of us have even taken a sip of our water.
No, I've drank a little bit of more.
I mean, been in the break, between the break.
This is my third water now. It's just I got a whole case under the table.
We're gonna go ahead and get into the hip hop news.
Hip hop anonymous.
You know what? I will say that our Juggalo segment was, I think, the longest one we've had, and I think that it's great that
that's what she said.
We can talk more about in depth.
That Nasty's actually talking. It's because I got the cheat sheet, y'all. I looked at the email.
She said that my Juggalo segment was the longest that she's
I didn't
ever
even
had.
know there was a freaking email.
That's what she said.
Wondering why this guy's over there looking like, yeah, I know everything you're talking about, Taco. I'm so intelligent. I know everything. I'm like, how do you know everything that you guys talk about?
So the phase in from the Juggalo news to the hip hop news. I use this.
See, I might know something about this. I watch TV ever so often.
Coolio is being accused.
He's on Black Jesus.
Is being accused of defrauding concert promoters on 3 different continents.
I read about that. Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah, he's They basically send him some money, get tickets and everything, and then he winds up having to change it.
That's why that clause is in the contract saying that
I can do that if I fucking want
to. You know, if anything has an act of God, I don't show up, you can't have your money back. No
if you look at most riders, if you were to go on to the smokinggun.com, they have a fantastic backstage section. But that's in the all he's doing is going, I want money and I don't want to work. And this is just my opinion. I'm not saying this is exactly what's happening, but
so he's doing what every other rapper does.
I want money and I don't want to work, so I'm going to book a whole bunch of shows, take my 50% deposit,
right,
and then I'm going to cancel that show because I, as the artist reserves the right to cancel show for any reason without notice. And no matter what, you lose your 50%.
That is a shitty way.
It is a shitty way. So what's going to happen is Coolio's gonna fall off the map. He's not gonna be getting. He'll be able to do that for 8 months, 12 months maybe,
it won't last too long.
And it's not gonna happen again for him until he gets a fucking radio single, which is not fucking likely. We're talking about
promoter in South America said we had to reschedule the dates from information we got from Blair that his manager received from Coolio and his manager that Coolio had lost his temporary passport and wasn't going to have it in time to travel, so we switched the dates to November 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, at which point we all hopped on Skype to get the details, and then he didn't
cancel again.
I'm just surprised there's actually an international demand for Coolio right now. What is he playing? What do these venues look like? Are these like bars, clubs? Is it backyard parties? Or what is he doing out there?
You know, when it comes to the fame drop, it kind of hits and then it ripples out. And then some people capture it more than other people, kind of like David Hasselhoff being so
big in Germany
and stuff like that. I believe Conan O'Brien is like huge in Norway because he looks like
in Ireland too, because he's a big Ireland.
Well, you know, a lot of cats watch the Cartoon Network, and he was just on Black Jesus.
Oh yeah.
So those little hits, you know, sometimes you can roll off those things.
But those I don't see something that gets booked out in advance. Like if he's gonna be on the show, like Black Jesus, for example. Great show.
Yeah.
I don't see it as this mass popular thing. It's not.
I know of it, but I've never actually watched it.
It allows them to stay.
It's really good.
Relevant.
Relevant. It allows them to stay very relevant, and you know, some people see that, man. They don't. It's the facade, bro. It's the facade. Right. You look at a guy on stage, us rapping, you know,
that guy must be rich.
You think they're rich and famous, and you don't.
He was on Celebrity Wife Swap. Yeah. He did the wife swap with Mick Foley.
Wow.
Yeah, Coolio Mick Foley did the Celebrity Wife Swap.
You know, those things.
So that's probably where you got some of that.
You never know, I watched it, and he's like, oh my God, dude's doing it
again. I have nothing to say to that.
All I have to say about Coolio, and it's completely off topic, is a couple weeks ago, me and this fat motherfucker right here, when we go out to karaoke sometimes, if you catch us, we are the Buffet Boys. We have a karaoke.
South America
group.
Can pay us to do.
We'll do karaoke. But here's the deal: the last time we went to do Gangsta's Paradise, it was a whole different version of Gangsta's Paradise that neither of us had ever seen before. So apparently, there's two different versions of the song floating around out there, and I don't know shit about it.
Remember, I was singing that one song and the words fucking just disappeared.
They just disappeared.
And I was all like trying to remember the song as best I could.
Was that awesome. Everybody Hurts?
No, it was Just a Juggalo.
Yeah, this fucking asshole will get up and do REM, Everybody Hurts. And I understand, listen, I understand that the song is supposed to be uplifting.
Yes.
And positive.
Do you go into tears halfway through the song?
No, but here's what does happen. I have to have 2 drinks before he finishes, or I'm liable to fucking kill myself.
Hey, man, everybody.
What song do you do? Do you do Sinead O'Connor, Nothing Compares to You?
No, I do.
You start feeling his pain?
I do Purple Rain.
The room. Which I do Jungle Love right behind.
I do but then like I'll get up there and do like a love song, right? Like something happy, and then he'll fucking right behind me. REM, Everybody Hurts,
or something like that.
I have to go check this
out.
No,
I'm a terrible person on karaoke. I don't give a shit about anybody's feelings. I'm just gonna sing.
Pretendo.
And
if you enjoy it, great. If you don't enjoy it,
I make you feel bad.
And we do 2 Buffet Boys songs. We do
Fuck Your Feelings.
We do
which couldn't be any more
ridiculous. Yeah, we do Gangsta's Paradise, which kills it. Every time Taco even knows my hypes. Because Taco sings the hook and I do the verses. Yeah. But we've got it down.
And he's harmonizing.
We'll be running through the venue walking through the tables. And then the other one that we do is Build Me Up Buttercup.
Oh,
dude, we do
Mind
some
blown.
of the, we go out of our way to do some of the oddest music we can find that nobody else will do.
it's funny.
You ever seen a fat man sing Purple Rain?
Yeah.
Well,
And a purple shirt.
in a purple shirt.
I usually come out. I'll sing "It Was a Good Day" or I'll sing like Deftones "Change."
Yeah, we'll
And I
take
go
we'll
all
take
Chino.
Costa with us.
I go totally
Coolio,
Chino.
what do you
in
think
that group.
Coolio's going for right now as far as
Yeah, we got way off topic. Sorry
Scratching.
about that.
I think he's scratching.
just getting what he can get?
whatever he can get.
Yeah, you don't borrow money when you need it. You borrow
I mean,
money when you can.
when he was kicking off
When he
his
had
career,
more hair-
he had
when he had
a full
more
thing
hair?
of hair, and now he's got
Yeah, he's got like two of
the
them.
windy sprigs.
That's the Doberman. It's the Doberman ears.
So is that a receding hairline moving back,
Yeah.
or did he just say I'm going crazy? I'm Coolio,
yeah, no,
I'm crazy.
it definitely over time deteriorated.
I think he just gave up.
I mean, personally, I know I used to have the long hair, and I started feeling the receding hair. That's why I'm bald, and I got the little buzz cut, man.
All right, Mr. Battle Rapper.
What's up?
Somebody, okay,
battle you?
Sharon and Charlie Clips,
Charlie Clips, yeah.
are going to be battling at
Yes.
Flatline.
Yep. I
And-
can't wait for Flatline.
And they are saying this is a big one. Charlie Clips, Sharon says someone's definitely, their career is going to be over at the end of it.
You know what, man? Like, everybody says that. I remember when Loaded Lux and fuck, what was this? This was summer.
His exact words is, "I just want someone to really get bodied."
Okay,
And
so
he doesn't care
here's
if
the
it's
thing.
him
Yeah,
or the other guy.
That's pretty. I don't see that as career ending. Like getting bodied is a term that they use in these battles all the time. If you win, you bodied your opponent. So all I hear as somebody who follows that when I read something like that from Sharon of all people is like, I'm just gonna show up. Somebody's gonna win, and somebody's gonna lose. Like that's what it sounds like.
Political, anyways. It's like
It sounds like that.
I always said, in my opinion, that politics and King of the Dot, anyway, not battle rap in general,
Sure.
but and King of the Dot itself. Sometimes politics wins.
Oh yeah.
Some of those battle
But
raps.
it goes
I
like
think I've seen where the crowd definitely picked its
winner
its
from the get go.
and-
Yeah.
yeah.
There was actually a battle out here, the one where Daylight shit on the stage that we talked about. Well, that video just
Maybe he
just
actually
released.
physically took a.
He
Yeah,
didn't.
no,
No,
he didn't get
they
to.
pulled
He
him
got
off. He
smashed up.
pulled pants down, dropped fucking down, squat, nutsack hanging down, everything.
I hear a guy tried that on stage years ago, opening for Twisted.
Yes,
Nile
yes,
Theater.
we beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Dog Fashion Disco.
Yeah.
So no, what I was getting back to about
They beat
career
the shit
ending.
out of them. That kind of defeated the
right. They did it. They won.
He shit, and then we beat the rest of the shit out of him. But there was a battle between Loaded Lux and Calico, where Loaded Lux pulled up to the battle with pallbearers carrying a coffin that said Caliho on the coffin, right? Like totally pulled up with the gimmick and then choked.
Yeah.
So like when I hear battle rappers talking about that, the only ones that I ever believe when they start talking about how they're on their game mean it are like the Pat Stays, because like you watch that dude and you see what he does and he's fucking practiced. It's like watching a kung fu master or Disaster who gets in there and he might not have everything written down. He might not have written three.
He might not
I
have
like
anybody's
Disaster. I like
respect.
Disaster because when you first got me into the whole battle rapping, I saw his growth.
Yeah.
And I was like, that cat. When I first watched him, I was
your
like,
first
I almost
battle
felt
was
like I
the-
could be Disaster, just the mentality, the way he
He's
was hitting it,
definitely
and
the-
then I seen him
He's
take off.
definitely the Randy Orton of
Oh, yeah.
battle rap.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
and it's because he was the legend killer. He not that he wasn't big before, not that he wasn't making noise. Obviously, he had to be making noise in order to get that battle. But when he battled Cannabis and fucking slaughtered him, like he came out, he said, I prepared for this battle for 3 months, and you fucking disrespected me. When he flipped that all on him and put it in rhyme form, and the line about having his fucking the Cannabis had been in an accident right before the battle, so he's in a sling, and he's like, it makes sense that you're in a sling because you've never been a good shoulder to lean on, and like
Wow.
he fucking hit Cannabis across the face. And Cannabis had already choked. Cannabis had already been like, all right, yo, I can only do what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull my rhymes out. You want to hear my rhymes? I got 30 pages of rhymes. And everybody booed the fuck out of him. And so, like, to me, that's the end of the battle, right? What made Disaster such a beast was that the battle was over. Yeah. Disaster won. Cannabis said, you win. All right, Diz, you win. And Disaster still, like, afterwards, no fucking spit, no lube, bent him over in front of that crowd and fucked him up the ass until his dick came out of his mouth. That's what made Disaster a beast.
Figuratively.
Yeah.
I think that should be... Considering we were
just put a weird picture in my head.
It's all about timing, man. You know, you can showboat if you can back it up. You know, and if you got that right timing and you back it up, oh man, you make it look good.
Okay. Yeah, if Loaded Lux would have won that battle against Calico, showing up with the coffin and shit, like that would have been on and popping, but it didn't, and he embarrassed himself in front of guys like Busta Rhymes, who was there.
Yeah.
I love
Puff
Busta.
Daddy, who was there.
At the same time, there's a lot of great ones that have choked themselves before.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It happens to everybody.
Yeah.
But you definitely.
You can't show up with a fucking
those great ones that choke. Those great ones that choke are the ones that fucking put their feet up and said, you know what, they got comfortable and they were like, you know what, I ain't hungry no more.
And you don't see that again for at least 4 or 5 battles.
I'm just gonna read this and then you tell me to stop when it gets ridiculous, okay? If you've been anywhere on the internet in the past month, you may have come across now legendary Vine Rick Ross giving a shout out to all the pair.
Now legendary what? Oh,
Vine.
So he did a Vine.
Yes.
Okay.
The rapper has recently lost a ton of weight on his self-described Ross Fit diet and was simply describing the benefits of his lifestyle change in the Tim Westwood interview. All jokes aside, pear farmers are actually quite grateful for Rosé's endorsement of the fruit.
I get it though. It's like rappers endorsing Cristal, and then Cristal stock goes up, and it tastes like shit.
So now there's going to be like $30 pears now.
Wow.
On behalf of our 1,600 pear growers from the Northwest region, we are pleased that Rick has mentioned the health benefits of pears.
We are going to send you a case of pears.
Overall, we could not be more pleased with our message being delivered to a new, young, and hip demographic. Hood billionaires.
Yeah, now they need
you know it's about to be hot. Pear blunt wraps are about to be on and popping. Pear blunt wraps are about to be on and popping.
And you know that, and what's funny
Rick Ross's face is on it.
Rick Ross goes around without a shirt all the time.
Sure.
So he doesn't really look like he's lost weight. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because he's still
got those big old man titties.
Maybe he's kind of shaped like a pear. Maybe that's what he's talking about.
Shaped like my ex-wife.
Well, yeah, all these
Rick
guys
Ross is your ex-wife.
Yeah.
All these guys
Sweet
are
and
losing
fuzzy like
weight.
a pear.
Yeah. Well, you meant a peach, but okay.
Okay, no, I did.
No, sweet fuzzy like a pear. It's Juggalo shit, bro. That's why you get looked at like that. Yeah. That's from big money hustlers,
right.
Not even rustlers.
Right.
See,
I'm sweet and fuzzy like a pear.
I was thinking about Face Off.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. This is why you get looked at.
Yeah, my wife. Yeah, my wife. She's
the series of the movie.
You know, she's a juggalo. She's like, pears are not sweet and fuzzy. I'm like, that's not what I.
And that's what I corrected. I'll correct it every time.
No. Doesn't happen.
No, it does happen.
That entire thing is so. I mean, is he getting that pear money though?
Basically,
I bet
he's getting
pear money.
Of pears.
I'm fucking.
He's getting
like, you better be getting something out of it. You suck that pear dick. You better get something. Pear dick. I'm just saying.
He's not the only one who's been losing a lot of weight. Apparently, Bismarck has been going out of his way to lose a ton of weight. He was diagnosed with type 2
Are they
diabetes.
actually contributing this to what they're doing? The cocaine, you know?
No, pears.
I mean, like my man said, a powder diet.
That's like cheeseburger.
Next show I show up with a case of pears. We're all gonna eat them.
The rap icon was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes 3 years ago and realized he needed to make a change. And he is all like, "I wanted to live." Marky 50 told, since I have to be a diabetic, if I didn't make the changes, I was going to make the diabetes worse. I'm trying to get off the meds. The way you got to do is lose a whole bunch of weight, and I'm off half my meds.
Hey man, props, more power to them.
Yeah, I can't hate on anybody losing weight.
Hate on that.
Even if they're sucking pear dicks. I'm just saying, like, here's the thing though. Here's the thing is I like pears, so holler at your boy.
Is Bismarck keep promoting the pear too, or is it just?
No. It's just they both lost a lot of weight lately.
But
How did Biz Marquee do it?
Yeah, how did Biz Marquee do it?
They didn't specify.
They should both go on tour, and a tour sponsored by Dole Pears.
Yeah, set it up. All open.
Yeah, a lot of cats are losing weight nowadays. I was just watching the Fluffy movie, which is excellent.
What movie?
The Fluffy
Gabriel
movie,
Iglesias.
Gabriel Iglesias
Oh, yeah,
special.
okay, Fluffy.
It's really good because at the beginning, there's this whole open that kind of like explains his existence up to a certain point. And it even shows him as a little kid.
Do we have this?
Yeah.
All right.
And it even shows him as a little kid playing a trick between his mother and the video rental guy so that he could get Eddie Murphy's Raw and watch it.
Oh, that's funny.
Love that shit.
It's really good. But he's lost a lot of weight too. And he's all about it.
What about Ralphie May?
Ralphie May's
He's
lost
dropped a lot of weight.
He's dropped a lot of weight.
Compared to that first year last
entertainment is
conversation.
All right,
doing
fine.
drugs,
I'll
Ralphie,
do it.
Ralphie May was here 2 weeks ago.
I think he lives out here.
Yeah.
He's got a place
I know
out
he
here.
was doing a show. He was doing improv 2 weeks ago.
He rotates. He's either improv or stand up live. It's kind of the same owner, so.
Yeah. Now it's the same owner.
Yeah, it wasn't years ago.
It wasn't years ago. Houston rapper Riff Raff.
Oh God.
Does not want to be. Does not want to be labeled as a hip hop artist. He
Good.
says,
Get the fuck
He's
out.
parody.
of
That's what he is. That's all he
says-
is.
And get this. No, here it goes from.
He's
it
not-
goes
I
from
thought he was a
okay
comedian.
to worse.
He's not a
He's
comedian.
fucking
No.
clown shoes, so I buy
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
I want to be the EDM Justin Bieber. Is what he
Good.
says.
Good for you. Be the EDM Justin Bieber. I support that 100%. I got your back on that.
EDM Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I never claimed to be a gangster rapper or hip hop artist. I think that's where people get confused. And
Oh, when
question-
you walk
Except for
around,
that
when you walk
song.
around, when you walk around with bling bling and you got the look and you.
Except for that song called
he
I'm a
banging
Gangster
Perry?
Rapper.
It's like a juggalo wearing hatchet gear talking about. I don't want to be called a juggalo.
Not to
Wearing
mention
face
that
paint.
he's-
Yeah, wearing face
paint. I
Not to
don't want
mention
to
that he's blown up that entire scene over there because of it. And because of him, we got Stitches. You know what I'm saying?
Stitches is a little different though. Stitches.
Yes,
is-
but if it wasn't for Riff Raff, nobody would have heard of Stitches.
Huh?
It's that whole area of fucking they expect crazy,
Parody, that's
They
how I
now
consider it.
expect crazy ass white boys to come from Florida.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can accept growth, man, but at the same time, when you start, forgetting who you were.
Yeah, I don't want to be known as hip hop. Good, get the fuck out
Yep.
of my genre.
I'm not a crossover artist. I wasn't a pop artist at first.
I think he's a YouTube artist.
Or
That's
in a
about
gang.
it.
I was never in a group. I'm the first and only EDM rapper of all time. I wear neon swim trunks,
What the?
muscle shirts, and have a neon magenta colored hair.
Isn't there another? What's that group? WTF, right?
So
Isn't
he's
that
just a
fucking?
vagina.
Isn't that the name of the group? WTF.
You're talking about the local guy out here?
No, not Wolf, not Wolf.
The futuristic
tits.
guy that calls himself the.
Yeah,
the-
futuristic, but Wolf pussy.
Wolf tits.
Wolf tits. Wolf pussy.
Are they from here? I
Yeah,
don't
wolf
think they're
tits are from here. They're
don't
from
think
here.
That's what I said. They were from here.
It looks
So
like
the-
they're from here. I know futuristic's from
Look it
here, and they
up.
do work with them.
And that's what I said.
I'll look up wolf pussy. No.
His
So
Y'all don't
actual
know.
name?
Wolf tits.
no, what
Yeah.
what the fuck was that? What's that group? I work out. What the OMG or WTF?
Oh no, you're
or
talking
fucking
about
ASL.
LMFAO.
There we go.
yeah.
LOL. So those guys, that's EDM rap in my opinion. I hear that and go, so they've got a better shot, in my opinion, of being labeled as EDM rappers
exactly.
than fucking Riff Raff's silly clown.
One of
shit.
them
Isn't
are
that- isn't
Barry
that-
Gordy's
I'm
grandson.
sexing my nose. Is that the one where he goes, I go
Really?
to the Goodwill and I get my stuff? Is that the same song?
That explains a lot, actually.
No,
you're
that's
talking about
Macklemore, and
Macklemore.
that's
Macklemore?
hip hop. Macklemore is hip hop. I love Macklemore.
Decent, yeah.
So what is the one you're saying?
The one I'm saying is the
Wiggle,
dudes
wiggle,
that-
wiggle, 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 kid.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wiggle, wiggle,
Look at
wiggle,
that body, girl.
All over the
Look at that.
commercials.
I work
and
out.
Got you.
So let's look up Wolf Pussy real quick.
We
That's
will
their
when we
actual
come
name.
right back. We're going to play a couple of songs and we'll be right back.
Probably some wolf pussy.
Wolf Pussy.
Can you smell that? New chef in the kitchen. You can bet I'm whipping up some different. Say you got heat, you ain't even sizzling. Quit acting spicy, you ain't kung pao chicken when I serve a dish. Guaranteed raw. Ain't talking about meat that ain't thawed. So many wanna blend in like camouflage. I call that limp dick, going soft. Afraid of what ifs or the outcome. Who gets a left nut if you get shunned? Rather hold my head up than get punked. My heart froze in, so I stay numb. When it comes to opinions, point of views, put them in the back like staring in the rear view. Ain't with following what others do, cause dumbing it down ain't in my IQ. This is all I know. Keeping it raw. 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 I'ma tell you once, few words can define my reasons. Ain't based on dollar signs. Put your ear to the speaker, open up your mind. Rapping what it was, yeah, I think it's time. We press restart, erase this slate, new chapter. Time to ink the page, tell the radio switch up what they rotate. Cause all that pop being hella played. Truth gon' hurt, I'm stating the facts. You ain't heard wrong, quote me on that. Let me break it down. Weed on the blunt rap. Claim you got punchlines, but you throwing jabs. If you talk a lot, means your mouth runs. Quit blowing smoke, nicotine's bad for your lungs. I call that tasteless, old bubble gum. Let's put an end to it, change has begun. This is all I know. Keeping it raw. This is all I know. Keeping it raw. This is all I know. Keeping it raw. This is all I know. Keeping it raw.
As I inhale and exhale a cloud of smoke, I grab my book, attempt to recite the words I wrote. But the words I spoke is more than just the words I hope. Hurry quick with encouragement, I need to know.
Grimy shit like some dusty J's and a dirty white tee. Thinking moving slick with them bricks, but you just might be the next hit on my Christmas list. How exciting! Study how to get your shit with no fighting, and my style goes much deeper than that. Deeper in fact, set it go, I'ma go deep in a rap. And when I sweep the streets, I bet the will retreat to the back. I'm only 20, nigga, make you fall asleep with the bat. Louis V slug the flow, yo, I'm only seeking the facts. Slew with the rats to misuse unexplainable traps. I shoot the craps in hopes to collect funds. I love dope, go to the store and buy buns. Haha, this shit's funny, no, I need my fucking money. Overweight, but I'm hungry, I ain't talking about the munchies. My nigga Hodge put me on with selling my city shit. I love what I do, but I'm trying to feed my kids.
As I inhale and exhale a cloud of smoke, I grab my book, attempt to recite the words I wrote. But the words I spoke is more than just the words I hope. Hurry quick with encouragement, I need to know. As I inhale and exhale a cloud of smoke, I grab my book, attempt to recite the words I wrote. But the words I spoke is more than just the words I hope. Hurry quick with encouragement, I need to know.
Now I need more weed for my style about to be born. That's uglier than Igor and loud is how we roar. Ain't believing you can see it if you press record. Harder than the rebar that I use as my key card. To enter your house, I bust your windows and leap on. Looking for your valuables and family jewels be gone. But when we was almost done, I thought I spotted some. Oh shit, I did, look what it is. It's leapfrog for my son. I'ma teach him how to read before he's one with a stone and book. Is it the wrong shit that I've done? Probably. But robberies is due to poverty and they be out to sea. So really, what the fuck you want from me? The only way to stop the robberies is through the lottery, or possibly having the spits to get a lot of cheese like me. Cause I'm unleashed like no lock and key. Off the cess, I be a mess like a plate of pasta be. Y'all a monstrosity and obviously copying, but you ain't gonna be mocking me. I'm sicker than the doctor sees. Now it's me rocking streets like crumbling mountain peaks. Your fame drop, I'm placed top like a balcony. It'll be my crown they see when my raps around the streets. Haters see me and they staring like they suck the sour squeeze. Give me an hour please, I will be devouring these fakes that get blown away like talcum powder.
As I inhale and exhale a cloud of smoke, I grab my book, adjective to recite the words I wrote. But the words I spoke is more than just the words I hope. Hurry quick with encouragement, I need to know.
You're talking about Bill Cosby at all?
No.
No?
I'm avoiding that whole thing.
So, I don't know if you guys heard.
I don't want to talk about it publicly.
Yeah, that's all good.
Bill Cosby?
I don't think that I personally am of the unpopular opinion that he didn't do a goddamn thing.
And it's Raven Simone came out, right? And said that he fucking...
that's a rumor.
No, she came out and said nothing.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That was rumors.
I think there's probably something years ago where he probably got too rough with a girl and she probably told him to fuck off and he probably backed away, but it's the media that spins out of control.
I can understand being a fan of Bill Cosby and really appreciating his work.
And that's
like,
where
I don't want to believe that.
That's where
right?
and that's where it goes. And that's
and
where it
I don't
goes.
want to believe that about him. Just like Michael Jackson fans don't want to believe that he fucking touched on a little kid. But what the fuck good does it do for anybody to destroy an old ass man?
We're talking about it. We're back. We're gonna talk about the Bill Cosby thing because
I can't find out where Wolf Tits are from. Wolf Tits, if you're listening, hit us up. We want to do a track called Wolf Pussy. I'm growing one on my face right now. I got the Wolf Pussy growing, no shave November.
No,
but
the Bill Cosby thing, I think, is just as okay. In my opinion, I believe you should follow and respect the way it's handled, and the way it's been handled is he has never been found or convicted criminally of doing anything wrong.
Sure.
He may have settled out of court civilly a couple of times, but settling out of court is not an admission of guilt.
It's not like he was on videotape.
It's saying I'm paying to find out to not find out.
In my opinion, I don't think anything happened.
So why do you think somebody settled? And I'm being honest here.
There's 14
why
cases
do you think somebody
cases from the 60s.
There's 14 times that he settled out of court.
No, the 14 accusations.
Because when you got money, everybody's trying to figure out how to get it.
What happened with all 14 of those?
They fizzled out.
To a certain extent, but Michael Jackson only had two.
I'm not saying he didn't do anything, and I'm not saying there was nothing there, but I'm also saying why there's so many is because when you're rich, people are always trying to figure out how to get your money.
Or try to take shine from you.
But
or anything.
Why? What the? Okay, first of all,
why did they hide a boy? Why did they hide a boy in a basement and then float a fucking balloon up there and say the kid was in the balloon?
Right. Okay, right, I get that, but what does anybody gain from destroying an old ass
advertising
man like Bill Cosby?
Because that is what our society does, and I'm about to get
TMZ.
deep into this shit. Because in the and this might be the old man talking in me, but in the 80s and the 70s, the TV wasn't perfect, but at least it had guidance.
People weren't perfect. They still aren't.
Of what was right and what was wrong.
Sure, morals.
Teach you morals and stuff like that. Now, people don't want to do that. They don't see successful people. They don't want successful people to be moral. Because
they want Miley Cyrus.
And I'll tell you why. Because most people are unsuccessful. And they consider themselves, from the first person's perspective, highly moral, and would just easier accept that famous people got famous by crossing a moral line. Okay?
Gotcha.
That's my personal opinion. And now because of it, we have all these stupid reality shows, the Kim Kardashian bullshit, the fucking wives of whatever fucking county or city or state.
Oh, God, Real Housewives?
Yeah. And all it's designed to do is tear people down, make people who are nobodies famous just to tear them down. Television is right now built and runs off of the souls of people who are made famous just to tear down.
Yep.
Well, look at the 16 and
look at Professor Griff on YouTube. That's
right.
People want to see.
Now, why? What the fuck is old ass Bill Cosby doing back in the headlines?
Because it comes the way back.
Does he have a TV show? Does he have a? I mean, is there something going on?
He was going to do a new family show on NBC.
Gotcha. So that's why. So, and again, I mean, forgive me for being ignorant and not, delving into a lot of this stuff.
Assassination.
But so that's what it comes up. It comes up that what they had to gain was he had a TV show. There's probably deals on the table.
He had a Netflix deal because a lot of these comedians now are not even going to Comedy Central.
Yeah.
They're now just signing these direct, big, fat contracts with Netflix. And, for millions of people all over the world to be able to see him. Cosby was supposed to be the next one, and they canceled him.
He can go one step forward past Netflix if he was smart. Jump on with Louis C.K. and do the $5 promotion that Louis C.K. and Aziz Ansari does and still make bank because it cuts down all the costs and middlemen in between, and $5 a hit is still a lot of money to a cat that's coming directly to.
Sure.
He's got to get over this hump before he's going to get anything going.
He's not going to. He's been successfully character assassinated. As far as the media is concerned, he's already done it. He did every single one of them. Even
Michael Jackson bounced back, though, with the same...
He was a little younger.
He was a little younger. And then he died. But if I were Bill Cosby, I'd just be like, I fucking did it! I did it! And I do a whole comedy show about it.
It's almost going to come to that point.
Oh yeah, I fucking did it. Yeah. And I'm settled out of court.
Kind of like Mike Tyson going out.
What are you gonna do about it?
That's about as OJ's book that if I had did it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I didn't do it, but if I had, here's how it would have been done.
I think what's going to happen with Cosby is I think he's going to pass probably in the next couple of years, and his whole estate, his probably close to a couple million.
I don't want any of you fuckers joining on the bandwagon when he dies either.
Yeah.
Like you did fucking Michael Jackson, you assholes.
I remember listening to Stern years ago, and he said, oh yeah, all you guys hate on Michael Jackson right now, the second he dies, watch all the fans that come out of the woodwork, and he was so right.
Yeah, everybody's going to say they watched the Cosby Show.
You know what?
My whole thing
is
touch a kid, don't touch a kid, rape somebody, don't rape somebody. If your art's good, I'm going to enjoy your art for what it is.
Yeah. No, yeah. Somebody made that.
I like putting
somebody made that point on Saturday Night Live. Michael Che made that point on Saturday Night Live. Said probably not Bill Cosby might have done all this terrible stuff, but Cliff Huxtable damn near raised me.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Fucking listen. Appreciate
the only thing that he stuck around with was a sandwich.
Maybe bad taste in sweaters.
Yeah. No, that's becoming a big thing though. Bad sweaters around Christmas.
That's nothing new. Horrible sweater parties are.
Hipsters making that popular again.
Let's get into
Taco.
this.
Here's the great thing, real quick, before we get into whatever you want to get into. No. Taco has a sweater on under his shirt all the time.
I do.
Show the people.
No.
Show the people.
Prefer not to.
Horrible Christmas sweater. That's fucking terrible.
Sometimes we hang tinsel off of his nipples.
Now listen, I don't buy white shirts just because you can see it through the white shirt. It doesn't matter how thick the white shirt is.
It looks like snow camo.
He's hairy and he knows it.
It looks like winter camouflage.
So if any girls out there want to
wax his chest,
have sex with a hairy monkey,
a fur ball,
I'll hook you up. I know a couple.
Gotcha. So big deal. Some people consider it the biggest executive decision made in the history of executive decisions by the president.
Okay.
The president decided to make and executive decisions mean that he can enact law without help of Congress or anything. He just goes, meh.
That's every president.
Yeah, every president
has the ability to do it. Yeah. That's what they get.
This guy has passed an immigration reform that will keep 5 million people from being deported. Anybody who has been established for 5 years with like an electricity bill or proof
is
of
now
residence,
a citizen.
Can stay.
Has a chance. Yeah.
He has a chance. Can stay.
So you can do that if you just got here yesterday.
If you are a parent of a U.S. citizen, meaning the anchor babies, you got what they call the anchor babies. It's a terrible thing.
What I was.
It, but you come over to America. You have a baby in America. That baby's American. No, those parents are now
American.
Don't have to worry about being deported.
Wow.
They're not necessarily American, but they will.
It was a fucked up thing to begin with, man. That's just you're tearing families away from.
Oh yeah, that's
families.
That's brutal.
I've got a lot of family and friends. I happen to be Mexican, so I run in the crowd.
I think that's gonna piss off a lot of people. Like my family is Portuguese.
They're not mad that I'm Mexican.
Oh no. My family's Portuguese, and they immigrated over here in the late '60s, early '70s. My dad right now just became a citizen. He's married to a Filipino woman. They're trying to get her citizenship. So it's
a vicious cycle.
But he'll But I know him and my uncles and my grandparents, they're all going to be pissed because they busted their butt to go through, do all this politics. Right. Some of them had to fly to Massachusetts, fly to San Francisco just to go to these Portuguese consulates, just to fill out this paperwork, and to kind of watch these people that are kind of already here that, you know,
hiding out, ducking, under the radar.
So my family came here in a plane. I mean, it was in the cargo section, but they still came here in a plane, and they had to buy the plane tickets.
Finally,
my grandmother actually had to come over here on a student visa, so she couldn't even fathom getting to this country without something educational
for you, bro.
Involved.
He's right here.
Yeah, you've been talking too.
You're talking too much. They're here for you. See him?
Oh.
They're probably gonna arrest me by accident.
They're just gonna wait for us when we get done with the podcast.
But no, I understand that point. There's gonna be a lot of people, but in my opinion, it's almost like the civil rights fight, right? There's a lot of people that went through segregation. Not that it hasn't gone away 100% today, but it's completely different world than it was 1950s, right? For African Americans in America.
Yeah.
So it's like saying that they're going to be upset about it. It's like saying that all the people that fought for civil rights, should be upset or are upset that anybody born after that point or anybody allowed after that point, they get it easy.
So is there going to be an uprising in lawn services?
No,
is there going to be a demand?
Because the act.
I need one to trim my lawn right now.
The act is for existing residents, people who are already in here.
So they've been cutting lawns, bro.
So they've
been
cutting lawns.
Oh no, remember I thought you said they were hiding out. I thought they were the ones hiding out.
Speaking of which,
coming out the shadows now that they can come out and be like, yo, I'm a citizen.
Speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, it is tamale season. Go out there and support those old ladies.
Oh man, you missed it. Yesterday you're gonna be mad. Yeah. We was at Circle K, and then I walked out, and this guy was like, "Yeah, that's tamale," and I was like, "Man, Taco would love a tamale," and I got one for $1.50. And that whole time I ate it, I was like, "Damn, Taco would be pissed if he knows how good this shit is."
You know that at the
Quanto Quest
at the Halloween party that we were supposed to shoot a podcast at and we didn't.
Yeah.
He gave me a tamale.
I slid him a tamale.
I sat right across from you and ate it.
I've actually been just kind of like
keeping fucking asshole.
I've been keeping tamales away from you. Yeah.
Wow.
This whole year.
And I have been excited about tamale season for at least the middle of summer. I've been talking
the whole time I've been eating tamales.
That's fine. I'm gonna get a dozen. I'm gonna keep them to myself.
No,
there you go.
Ain't gonna happen.
Who's gonna drive you to
get that dozen? If I see it, I'm gonna slap these tamales out your hand and then pick it up and eat it because they got a wrap.
Baseline to go to Food City on 7th Avenue in fucking Baseline.
Hey man, I got your back, dude. I got the cat's number. Look, I'll put it up on the screen. All you guys call and get some tamales.
I'm not even kidding. Seriously, you guys don't understand. If you do, you do. But if you don't, a lot of these people, that's how they raise money for their kids and grandkids' toys and Christmas and stuff like that. And if you have no apprehension of getting food off a truck or anything like that, these people have great pride in their tamales. Nothing's gonna happen to you. Buy some fucking tamales.
And put more green olives in them bitches. That's my favorite. I don't find enough. I don't find enough of the green olives.
I like the black olives.
You're an asshole.
I like the black olives.
Certified.
Speaking of which, you know who isn't happy about the immigration thing and is
Sheriff Joe R. Powell.
How
could I guess that?
Benefit him at the end. More people to fill their prisons.
Well, ain't chance he gets to put his face in front of the camera. He takes
of course.
But yeah, he's saying that he can't. That's not how the Constitution works, and you can't do. Yeah, he can. He can.
That is how the Constitution works. That is what. Now, but here's the thing: you make an executive decision like that, right?
He was given more powers because of the whole
taking out fucking
terrorism and stuff like that. So he has more powers to do exactly what.
So why is it that I remember like 5 days after he took office for his first term, right? Mm-hmm. We're in his second term now, aren't we?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Obama's?
He's not out till 2017.
But we're in his second term. So his first term, 5 days into it, he said, shutting down Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah. He never did.
And he never did. So, like, that was an executive decision that he could have made.
Right.
But it got sidelined by...
We're not going to have any troops in Iraq and Afghanistan. Now we're sending more troops to...
Right.
They're advisors. We're sending 3,000 advisors to Iraq.
with machine guns.
This is making an executive decision to do something with these cops killing people like it's going out of style.
I mean, I like Obama as a politician, but don't fucking blow fucking smoke up my ass and say it's fucking sunshine.
Yeah, no, and then so here's what I'm guessing. You just brought up a great point. He's gonna make it like kind of a water under the bridge. You've been here for 5 years, right? But then, like, I'm gonna say right before he leaves office, he's gonna be like, all right, it's open season. It's open season. If you bring me a fucking immigrant, whether they're established 5 years or not, you can bring me the scalp.
Let me tell you, $500. If I was from Obama's point of view, for the last however many years he's been in office, he has been trying to push certain things through that was part of what his platform was, and he is going against a Congress that said by no means do we allow him to pass anything through Congress.
So then make everything an executive decision.
Well, now he can do that because midterm elections are done. He was already reelected. He's got nothing to lose from this point to the end of his
all right, well,
term.
I'm excited to see what he does.
So he can do executive orders all day.
Sure.
Everybody gets free McDonald's today. I don't think he's going to do that, but he could.
Please. I'm hungry.
He can do
we talked about tamales, and I'm hungry.
The power of the president now is immense, especially since all the terrorist acts and all that stuff went in. He can have the entire energy grid shut down.
Want to go half on a dozen? We don't have to get him none.
He can cut off the internet like that. He can. There's all sorts of shit he can do now.
Hey, you have any cash on you?
I need to borrow.
No, I'm just asking. Do you have any cash? Listen, do you have any cash?
Fuck you.
Do you have any cash, or are you carrying your card? I'm curious. Do you have cash on you, or do you have your card?
I just have my card.
All right. Well, we're gonna go buy some because I have cash. I'm pretty sure Nasty has cash.
I got a couple.
So we'll go halves on a dozen. We're gonna fucking eat them in front of you because they don't take plastic, motherfucker, and we driving.
Yeah, they don't do that.
He's gonna get out of the car, go into the grocery store to get cash out. We're gonna fucking leave him there.
That's fine. That's where all the tamales are.
Nuh-uh, I got the guy's number. He can deliver.
You got all the tamales before you
deliver.
They deliver.
Oh yeah.
Delivery.
Close to.
Feel like they don't deliver to you.
Not all the way to your house.
They don't deliver to you.
I meet you in a Walmart parking lot.
Right. Over at the Fries.
Over at the Valero.
Hell yeah. But yeah, Jam Brewer's upset. All the typical people. Texas is hella mad. The same Texas that passed all the school books, and one of the school books they passed actually says that Moses is the founding father of the United States.
Oh God!
What,
dude?
That makes sense. What are you talking about? It makes perfect sense.
Go and Google Texas
American Jesus
school books, and you're gonna. Okay,
so real quick, live Instagram. You know, I've been Instagramming throughout the podcast.
Sure.
And we have a message from Grave Dog, OG Grave Dog. Says the podcasts are awesome. Keep it up, guys. So hey, thank you, Grave Dog. Just want to shout out to you, Mad Love from Facebook.
See what happens? You just be Instagramming and tweeting and Facebooking, and next thing you know, you on the podcast.
So next week, I don't think that you're gonna be here.
Yeah.
Because you're going to Alaska.
He's turning into a pumpkin.
What's in Alaska?
He turns into a pumpkin.
Eskimo pussy, yo.
Well, yeah, but do you know somebody up there?
Yeah, I know a few people up there.
Get some of them Eskimos.
We're trying to get our rap career going off in Alaska.
The reason why I bring this up is so that you know, even though legalization has passed, it's not on the books yet. And since it's not on the books, the cops are still busting motherfuckers for it.
They need legalization.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Cold ass Alaska in the winter, it's dark out all the time. Once I get to the family compound, I'm not leaving the fucking family compound until I get back on the airplane. Like, I'm not going there to see the sights. I'm not going there to fucking fish. It's gonna be dark.
You know
what though?
Are you going there for solstice?
Hey, you better send a Spooky Z snow angel.
Oh, I'll do a naked snow, but I don't have to leave the compound. I go right outside.
No one said naked.
You just took it to the next level.
Nobody said naked.
Whatever.
I don't want that picture now. Instagram it to your fans.
I'm gonna Instagram it. I'm gonna put it on ArizonaJuggalos.com. I'm gonna make a video, make a YouTube channel. I'm gonna put it on the YouTube channel. I'm gonna just load it every day. Every day I'm gonna put the video up. and it's just going to go to the top Arizona Juggalos every day.
What's the story with that now? ArizonaJuggalos.com is coming back?
Back?
What?
Bitches?
I used to pulling pussy off
Coming
that back in the
back.
day.
Back.
That's why
ArizonaJuggalos.com.
This guy used
I
to
don't
be
know
a
if you
mediator.
No message board.
This guy being a mediator, you know.
Yeah, we're doing this whole. That's the whole reason.
That's what this
doing
podcast is.
Okay, that's
We're
awesome.
doing
This is not Oddfellas. I mean, yes, it is. But it's Arizona Juggalos podcast. So
that's awesome.
Well, it's just because we Arizona Juggalos, like we said.
That's awesome.
We picked up the domain and made it all videos.
Yeah.
So it's a whole
So we
video
got a
thing. So
whole
get
bunch
your
of-
channel together.
We
Get
got
on
we
YouTube,
got
we
it
can put you
we
on
got it
the-
together so we
Okay.
can give it to you guys to give it back to the community.
That's awesome.
So don't get caught with weed in Alaska.
Do
We'll
we
be
know
right
that?
back after these songs.
Yeah, rock on.
I'm on a stairway to heaven, I stairway up to heaven. Is there a way to lessen the stairs I keep on getting? I'm scared to teach the lessons. Repeat the beat, my measures, the people keep on stressing. We don't measure up, our death is an illusion. We lose in focus, we choose and sin instead of living in the moment. We gotta open the doors and find ourselves blinded by the Bible, thinking we on a slide to hell. We just humans confused by a huge earth, making decisions every day, we don't choose birth. Ignorance is bliss, that's why the truth hurts. You, sir, are the nucleus of a universe. Infinite potential, isn't it essential that we flip the mental state to a place we embrace? We the same but we different. Let's celebrate the contrast and combat the system. The schism, control mechanism splitting up the whole rhythm, gripping it with fingertips with no prints. It's so frigid that we only see the stove, not the whole kitchen. We only see the abode, not the whole district. We grow sicker, we pour more liquor. The funeral reminds us the time keeps on ticking. We keep watching our watches, we unconscious instead of just knocking off clocks, cause they nonsense. They got birds in them, yeah they cuckoo. This whole word system, it's just voodoo. It's got us under a spell, it's no wonder we spell everything with just a few letters. So I'ma do better, communicate through a newsletter. Use the vibrations from my true center. Move the energies up through the chakras, 33 vertebrae, let's hurt them with the wordplay. The same number of steps in Jake's ladder. It's all symbolism penetrating through your brain matter. It's right in front of our eyes, we might be somewhat surprised as to God might be one of the guys, yo! So just toast to the good life. Break bread, everybody get their own slice. Take the elevator or the escalator. Different ways to get to where you're going, knowing no savior. There's no paper that can buy happiness. There's no way you can wrap up this present. Just capture its essence, relax in your blessing. Unstrap the restraint, you'll be back in a second. It's like the Matrix, so real you can taste it. This insane race only takes place in brains. So take the red pill and let your head fill till your mind's explodes. And if they play this track backwards, I wonder what would happen when Satan start rapping. And if there's a stairway to heaven, there's gotta be a slide to hell. So watch your step. And if it's all a dream awake, then is DMT the only real escape? We gotta transcend the senses, unplug from the matrix and make a connection. And if they play this track backwards, I wonder what would happen when Satan start rapping. And if there's a stairway to heaven, there's gotta be a slide to hell. So watch your step. And if it's all a dream awake, then is DMT the only real escape? We gotta transcend the senses, unplug from the matrix and make a connection.
Residents. I'll talk about the FBI hiding the evidence. Open up your eyes and realize that together we're stronger than the metals down deep in the planet. That's why the government fears the truth. Speak for yourself, don't let the government abuse the youth. Hide the proof. Don't fake it, if you leave it on the table, motherfucker. place, and everywhere that I look, I see a sad, sad face.
Can you imagine what it would be like if you were standing in a world that's not your own world?
Don't fake it, if you leave it on the table, motherfucker, we'll take it. Living in a whole new world. Living in a whole new place. Living in a whole new world. Turn off the radio, turn off the television. It's a new world for bakers and politicians. It's a new life, no more riots and looting, no more people on the streets and dying for
Can
shooting.
you imagine what it would be like if you were standing in a world that's not your own world?
Don't fake it, if you leave it on the table, motherfucker, we'll take it. Living in a whole new world. Living in a whole new world. Living in a whole new place. Living in a whole new world. Keep your eyes open to the motherfucking government. Keep your eyes open to mind control. Keep your eyes open to the motherfucking government. Keep your eyes open to mind control.
So for people who don't realize, the whole thing in Ferguson is still going on.
That's okay. No, wait. It's Ferguson, where they were rioting and like everyone was like, okay, here comes World War III. Because so what's going on now, or is it still like rioting in the streets?
About to rule. The grand jury is.
No, I saw this. Wait, hold on.
About to rule.
They were getting ready to drop that on Friday, but then somebody found bombs. Did you guys see this?
Yeah, it's crazy.
6 o'clock in the morning, I'm flipping through the channels. I'd just woken up. I'm flipping through the news stations, and Fox News is talking about how 3 men were arrested and detained trying to buy bombs in Ferguson, right? And that's Fox News' whole thing.
And they tell nothing but the truth 24/7.
Fox News' whole thing is that these 3 guys got busted for trying to buy bombs. Every other news station is going, today we're going to get the ruling in Ferguson. Right. So every other news station was talking about the fact that this thing that's been going on for 4 months, 5 months.
Here's the thing.
Well, was that real? Is it just speculated? Or
No, it wasn't real.
Was it people buying the bombs?
It wasn't real. Here's the thing.
No, Fox News blew it up because they didn't want to cover.
They do that shit sometimes. I've seen that.
Fox News is doing that because they know that this could go down because it's all the way to St. Louis.
Right.
This thing could go down bigger than the LA riots ever did.
I've seen news channels contradict the shit out of each other.
Well, it's not even that they contradicted. It's that they made up a
ratings.
fake news story to not have to cover what's actually happening out there.
Remember the guy you showed me about that guy where the fucking vaccine fell down?
Yeah.
CNN.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Okay, so the verdict isn't out, but they were going to do it, but they said they were going to wait. And suspiciously, I'll say suspiciously, the FBI sent 100 agents to the area, even though they probably already decided.
Shit's about to pop off.
They went and called a bunch of people, so we already know what the verdict is.
Yeah,
they're gonna find that that guy. They're gonna find that cop not guilty, and shit's gonna hit the fucking fan.
Shit's hitting the fan.
Yeah.
So
well, they're doing all this.
The
They're
National
saying
Guard's
they
already
want control. What's the word I'm looking for? You guys said
Police state.
Police state. Yeah.
Like well, they have to
order.
Control through fear.
Yeah.
They're gonna it's gonna be. If it's going to be conspiracy theory level, what's going to happen is they're going to have an uprising, and the cops are going to come in there and fucking murder everybody. And then the president's going to go, and if you try it, we'll fucking spank you too. And that's the conspiracy. That's
an open carry state, though. You have business owners that are sitting right in front of their little gun shops or little businesses going, hey, we ain't going to mess with the cops, but you riders want to come on my property, you can get shot before the cops shoot you.
Right.
So that could spill into something even worse where you got guys that are popping off people trying to correct their business. Now that could get killed by the cops. Media could spin that they're trying to kill the cops, blaming it on the protesters.
Right.
But really, this is just business owners protecting their property because they don't want to go down like what happened with the LA riots. They don't want to lose the business they worked on for 20 years.
It's going to happen.
It's going to get ugly.
It's going to happen. There is no force that can stop an angry mob like that. I don't care what anybody says, because they're not gonna.
What's that? What always boggles me is this. I'm a cop.
Yeah.
And
You're a cop?
I'm a cop.
Oh, cool.
You didn't know this, right?
Take it.
And you have a problem with what's going on out there. Get back.
But that's exactly
Get
what
back.
happened.
And you're for your cause. I'm for my cause. I got my lieutenant. I got people looking at me.
Dude, that's not only is that
now I'm
happening,
shooting my brother. Now I'm shooting my family members. I'm like, what? At what point does a cop go? What the fuck am I doing? I'm fucking killing my people.
Yeah, but you got them going up.
That's what I'm saying.
They do enough coke. They do enough prescription drugs. They drink enough. They have this ego mentality. My solution is I think there needs to be there's an agency right now called the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which protects people from getting screwed over by these big companies, debt collectors and stuff like that. There needs to be an agency just like that looks out for people, that regulates the way that police officers treat us. That would solve everything. And then what you do is you hit them in the pockets. You have them kind of regulate the funding of these police departments. So if something comes up on YouTube where a guy gets shot by a cop, a guy gets beat up, okay, $100,000 not going towards your station. So, and you'll know the cops that are messing up.
Getting disciplined.
Fine.
Yeah, get them in their pockets.
Not just losing budget,
hit them in their pockets where now, like, I work for a company.
They should be treated for, like, committing a crime then, huh?
I mean, I lost my last job because a big bank didn't come in because they were too afraid the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau were going to fine them. They need to do the same exact thing with the cops. That same type of outside. I mean, nobody wants more government, of course. But in these situations,
you'd be surprised.
Yeah, I know. But in these situations, I think more government needs to happen where you're hitting them in their pockets. That's the only way these cops will learn is they lose their guns. I mean, let them still drive around their 1999 Mercury Grand Marquis or 1999 LTD because they're losing money. I mean, this is one of the reasons I don't want to move to Albuquerque. My girl wants me to move to Albuquerque. I see what's going on there right now.
Yes.
They're offering people like there's no tomorrow.
Yes.
I ain't moving out there. Hell no.
There is a recording of a police officer in Albuquerque saying, I'm going to murder that homeless guy over there. And then an hour later.
No, it was a guy up on a hill. Yeah. It was a homeless guy camping out. They saw him putting his knife away and didn't pose a threat. And they were just, and they killed him. And you got cops right now in certain areas.
In Ferguson, they're putting a gun to you and saying, I will fucking shoot you.
Yeah, I believe so. I
mean, I think the only solution to anything and I think what happened.
That's what's blowing my mind.
Remember what happened with the Bundy Ranch? I think they did that right. I think with the Bundy Ranch, when they came on there, these cops, they thought they were all tough. They showed up with their tasers. They were beating the heck out of people. These people showed up and said, screw them. They got on their horses. They went old school. They went Revolutionary War style. Yeah. Showed up on horses, showed up on their guns, pointed them at the cops. Not really pointed them at the cops, but kind of took a stand. Right. Those cops backed up and said, hey, I'm done. We're done here. I think if they put more of a mentality into that, like with Ferguson, as they did with the Bundy Ranch, I think it would go down a lot easier. Where
like people don't ride
responsible, horses. But I think of more of the responsible gun owners, the open carry gun owners, were kind of there to show that, hey, we have our guns just like you do. What's going to happen? Those cops would back up. But people are kind of doing it now where they want to make it like the LA riots and go in there and.
Well, you got people that are opportunistic and they want to go. They want those to steal, to plunder, to take what they can.
Also, because a lot of cats don't know any other way to
you probably got cats that know that been through it and that were in LA. They probably took a trip out to Ferguson because they know it's about to pop off.
Other things that are happening with Ferguson is the Ku Klux Klan has officially made a stand with the Ferguson police.
Anonymous shut them down
with the Ferguson police.
So
Anonymous
now you
shut
got cops and guys in blankets.
You got you got the local police officers. You got the Klan. You have the National Guard. You have the FBI.
Klan's been shut down.
Can we just send the Juggalos in now too? Can we get the Juggalos down there?
Anonymous is in on the fight
That's
for the
good.
protesters. They hacked 2 of the Klan's Twitter accounts,
right?
And they made this huge video saying, "If this goes the wrong way, we're gonna make it really ugly for you."
Because they have. Yeah.
I love seeing cyber terrorism. Me personally, I love watching Anonymous do what they do best. My favorite video, and I'd love for us to cut to a clip.
Well, cyber activism.
Yeah, it's not
whatever.
Really
yeah,
terrorism.
same thing.
Let's not
Same
use
thing.
that word.
Look. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. When you fucking go after somebody to terrorize them, when your whole, because they're there to instill terror. Yeah. They're there to instill terror. I call it whatever you want, cyber whatever, cyber.
Hacktivism.
I like that.
They call it hacktivism.
So there's a great video that's a few years old of the Westboro Baptist Church.
Oh yeah.
You know, they're doing an interview and somebody calls into the radio show and says, I'm with Anonymous. We told you not to do this radio show.
I love that shit.
We told you to stop picketing. You decided not to, so we took your website down. And the Shirley, she's like, yeah, okay, whatever. And they're like, is that true? Is your website down? And she's like, no. Yeah. And he goes like, okay. And so they pull it up and their website's up. And he goes, okay, I'm sorry, I'm just getting in from my colleagues. Go ahead and try it again. The caller calling in.
Yeah.
Try it again. They pull it up. Sure enough, they took it down. I love watching shit like that.
That's awesome.
But I want to see it happen. In a way, in Ferguson, I want to see him take out the communications for the police station. I want to make sure that, I want to see some shit pop off if they're going to get involved.
Well, if it's organized, I mean, there's a lot that can happen.
I want to see that. I don't know, maybe some people just want to watch the world burn. I want to see if it goes the way that it's likely to go.
You want to see
organized chaos.
I want to see reform happen by force.
Right. I think that what you're interested in is the same thing that I'm interested in. Can you make this into a situation so hard that they retaliate with everything
they have? I want to see Egypt, the summer in Egypt,
and then it's
happen
over.
Here.
Then it's over.
Yeah, because
one
it all
two
changes.
Things happens. Either the government goes, "Oh, that's fucked up. We need to make rapid changes to fix that," or the government goes, "Oh, we're going to do that everywhere."
Yep.
Yeah.
It's either bend or break.
All right. Well, we got one more segment. We're gonna pause for a second, play a couple more songs. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yo, now they telling me my brain is off. I've had a fucked up life, so I pay the cost. Telling me I'm bad, telling me I'm sick, so I learn to bust like a loaded Glock with the safety off. Cause I'm a bad mother, whoa. When I'm rapping, you know that I match with the syllable killers and get it cracking at the level of every other rapper that's in the game. You can tell him the Snakey isn't insane with the flow. Wait a minute. You don't even know my name yet, spit it so hard, the 808'll hit and break necks, crushing everything that I touch and come up a game. That's what give me the recognition, so now I gotta come take it. Better hurry and place bets, I murder every born a beat, and I bring it harder than lame artists who gotta deal with no talent. I've had it, I've rabid, planted to damage you maggots. Yo, how lame can the game get?
It seems like they don't want me to blow. Like somebody spending their money so I can't explode. If I get my shot, I'ma let the whole world know. Ain't too many people out there on my motherfucking level, no.
All I wanna do is scream on the beat with the speakers loud as hell. All I wanna do is bounce to me, get the whole world loud as hell. You can all hate me, I'ma still do me, and it ain't that hard to tell that I live my life and I don't give a fuck. Y'all should know that. What I wanna do, what I wanna do, wanna get it in and get out of Kalamazoo. I've been living by the rules and it ain't done shit. Doing side jobs and it ain't got rent. When I talk about respect, people ain't got that. Any chance I get, they wanna stab you in the back. So I just put on the headphones, rolling up a blunt to a beat, time to get blown. How you like me now? Every one of you motherfuckers should pipe it down. Make me wanna run up on you with a mic and pow. Hit me up if you really wanna confide it out. I'll unload on them. Oh, got them an animal to the devil when I have my soul. Summon I'm on a fucked up journey with a whole lot of bullshit in the mix. Fuck yo drama, I know I'm bad on the mic. Smashing it right in my pen on fire. Fuck a match when I write, I drop napalm on them. All I wanna do is drop flames on them. And I'm a killer with syllable felonies when I murder beats like a goddamn beast. With a beat, have a goddamn feast. Tracks harder than anything on the streets. Fuck a record contract when you can't even compete with a real MC.
It seems like they don't want me to blow. Like somebody spending their money so I can't explode. If I get my shot, I'ma let
all of y'all should know that there.
Fuck you haters,
fuck you haters.
Y'all already know.
Fuck you haters,
fuck you haters.
Y'all already know.
Yo, that's Snakey, McVay, and I'm Blazie-D. When we roll up, yo, you can smell the stench. Looking too fly so high, you ain't with the motherfucker, you gon' get lynched. You ain't down with us, you can gut yourself. Need help, just ask me. Fuck a better night and lay the rest in the coffin, cause I'm ready for death, somebody blast me. Me and God know each other well, but still I'm straight. Somehow been that way and every day. I'm here feeling that it's can be, and nothing anymore really means anything to me. I don't cut myself, but the thought of my blood rushing out of my body sounds so sweet. Lately I've been feeling like a zombie. Daddy and mommy can't get me to eat, but when I grab the microphone, if I write a hum, if for some money, motherfucker, I go right a humps. If for some pussy, motherfucker, I go right on my phone. And once you show up to my home, I'll be sleeping like 99 homes.
It seems like they don't want me to blow, like somebody's spending their money so I can't explode. If I get my shot, I'ma let the whole world know. Ain't too many people out there on my motherfucking level, no.
All I wanna do is scream on the beat with the speakers loud as hell. All I wanna do is drop some heat, get the whole world loud as hell. You can all hate me, I'm still do me, and it ain't that hard to tell that I live my life and I don't give a fuck. All of y'all should know that
everybody like, ayo. OG music in the building, you feeling the music, you moving your body like, ayo. The way we rock it, feel it drop like Nagasaki. I pop like an atom bomb, and I promise you they'll acknowledge when I bang erupts. I'm sorry, mama, not your fault, but my brain's corrupt. If it wasn't, then my music would be lame as fuck. But I'm sicker than nose bigger, I know that I rap tighter than constrictor. And I'm about to mango ya. Give me the balls on the beat, I'm dangerous. I'm impatiently waiting to get my shot on the track. All I need is a 16 and I'll strangle ya. Cause I got the stamina, the vocab, and grammar mind of a madman. No antidote, this animal damage, but no manager. Money music is driving me crazy. Wonder when the hell the note is insane, man. And you feel the suffocation. I'm finding it a little hard to breathe. I hope you feel the suffocation. Cause I'm a goddamn beast in the scene. I rap tight as a constrictor. And I'm about to mango ya. Give me the balls on the beat, I'm dangerous. I'm impatiently waiting to get my shot on the track. All I need is a 16 and I'll strangle ya.
Yeah, we pretty dope, you know. People never really notice till they hear the CD or go to a show. When they see us, they asking when we gonna blow and why the hell we still low. Yo, it's crazy, right? Also not crazy tight, is that we probably hear that shit every day and night. So maybe insane's the right word I'd use to describe this life. I'm pretty ticked off that we still squirming around in the mud when we the fucking sickest spitters in the star system. We drop bars to scar kittens. Often other rappers have to climb a Mars on the mission. Hell, I go to fucking Mars on a mission. I'd be surprised when I find aliens going ham up my track, so feel me. There's venom in my blood, poison in my brain. It seemed to me like somebody need to kill me. I've got no need for my heart, so my chest at rest. I found no peace in my life, so all I feel is death. I'm a spider in this rap game's caught in my web, so I'ma feast on an alive till later I is dead. No letter I in dead, but in die yes. Don't be surprised when my rhymes rip right through your chest. Fuck this wordplay, I'm switching it up. Can't take you serious when you hugging my nuts.
And I'm about to mango ya. Give me the balls on the beat, I'm dangerous. I'm impatiently waiting to get my shot on the track. All I need is a 16 and I'll strangle ya. Cause I got the stamina, the vocab, and grammar mind of a madman. No antidote, this animal damage, but no manager. Money music is driving me crazy. Wonder when the hell the note is insane, man. You feel the suffocation. I'm finding it a little hard to breathe. I hope you feel the suffocation. Cause I'm a goddamn beast in the scene. I'm right tight as a constrictor. And I'm about to mango ya. Give me the balls on the beat, I'm dangerous. I'm impatiently waiting to get my shot on the track. All I need is a 16 and I'll strangle ya.
What up?
You better fasten your seatbelts, fully gassed up faster, more events than I can fathom. Feeling like I'm Optimus Prime. Duh, they don't notice me yet, but I know I rhyme tough. I've been patiently waiting and now your time's up. And it got me to see I'm just a big mind fuck. Come on! A product of my environment. The mic can fire and blow them away. Not satisfied until the boom hits. Notice the room gets so rowdy when we rock it like I got a dynamite stick fuse. I'm ready to blow the roof right off of the venue and prove that I got what it takes to move the crowd. I'm making them lose it. But they don't even notice a damn thing. Penny pitch in my pockets are getting hungry for the game. Heavy hitter, yet sitting in Arizona. What a shame. Roll on this humble heart, so don't get rotten. I'm lost in one of the flames. And I'm waiting for the to pop any minute. I put in my time, but the level of my talent don't match the level of my shine. And I'm born original, fuck a gimmick. I am who I am, and I'll be damned if I let you push me aside. So look in these eyes and analyze, but make no mistake, only get better with time, and with every line I get harder to shake. Planning to creep through your speakers into your mind and let the sickness all seep insipid, cause I rap tighter than constrictor. And I'm about to mango ya. Give me the balls on the beat, I'm dangerous. I'm impatiently waiting to get my shot on the track. All I need is a 16 and I'll strangle ya. Cause I got the stamina, the vocab, and grammar, mind of a madman. No antidote, this animal damage, but no manager. Money music is driving me crazy. Wonder when the hell the note is in save me. Can you feel the suffocation? I'm finding it a little hard to breathe. I hope you feel the suffocation. Cause I'm a goddamn beast in the scene. I'm right tight as a constrictor. And I'm about to mango ya. Give me the balls on the beat, I'm dangerous. I'm impatiently waiting to get my shot on the track. All I need is a 16 and I'll strangle ya. OG music in the building, you feeling the music, you moving your body like ayo.
Yes, is this Mendez? I met you the other night. I got some tamales from you. Yeah, I just want to know if we can meet up, or if where are you gonna be at tonight? If we can meet up. What? Where are we at, Spooky? We're in Mesa right now.
We'll be driving back through Tempe.
But we'll be going back to Tempe and then back to Phoenix.
Nasty is putting in a tamale order right now.
Give me a call when you're over here in Phoenix because I'm working. I'm already the tamales. What kind you want? But I want to save it for you.
The red ones?
Red? Okay.
Red beef, yeah.
All right. And what part you want to go to Phoenix?
Wherever you want to meet, as long as Taco can't have none.
Oh, come on.
Just give me a call when you're over here to Phoenix because I'm on the avenues. I think like 16th Street Indian School.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll meet you. I'll give you a call when I head down there. I'll head down towards you. All right, Mendez. You have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye. Tamale, man. You ain't getting no tamale for talking all that. Talk about how.
Here's the thing, though.
I better get a tamale or I'm not going to have any friends.
I'm actually, well, we're not friends already, so it would just be.
No, I'm going to murder all of you. And I'm gonna turn you, and I'm gonna take your.
Here's the thing though. It's like I talked all that. I talked all that shit, but I'm actually broke. I have no cash.
Your guts, your insides taste like.
Well, you're a rapper that's broke. Wow,
broke rapper, man.
Let me see. I guess I'm getting half a dozen.
All I'm saying is I can go and get some money out.
Okay, well then you can buy me.
I'd buy tamales, but I gotta take it around to the dispensary after this.
They're $1.50 per, but I'm pretty sure if you buy like a dozen, probably like $6, $10. Well, half a dozen.
I'll do that. All right, so tamales. To try to get away from the Debbie Downer news, I've replaced it with ridiculous news.
And we're back.
So see how ridiculous.
All right, how ridiculous.
All right. Let me pull this.
Hit the ridiculous like a bug. I stick to this.
Wow.
What? Hater.
Oh,
he's a rapper.
This is why you don't get tamales. A man told police the mother of his unborn child cut him with a knife after he unplugged a Glade plug-in air freshener to play Xbox.
Don't fuck with a pregnant woman.
Oh, that's some serious shit, bro.
Don't mess with a pregnant woman.
She don't want to smell ass. She want to smell flowers.
Like how bad did it smell in there?
Right.
What if
bad enough to get shanked?
What if the Glade plug-in freshener was dead? Like what if it was out and he was just trying to?
No, he was trying to play video games.
This is a white chick or what?
Versus her smell.
I can't say if she's white or anything. I just know that her name is Tanisha.
Tanisha.
He's having enough problems.
Tanisha. There's a J in there.
Yeah, but could it be silent?
Don't mess
Mantra Burns.
Don't mess with a pregnant woman.
What's
don't mess
the last
with a pregnant
name?
Burns?
Burns?
Yeah.
Shit. I don't know. I'll murder that name.
Was 8 months pregnant.
I'm just really trying not to get stabbed.
We're going to put the name up if you can say it.
And arrested on suspicion of felonious assault, according to the report.
Felonious, like that she didn't actually do it?
No, felonious means felony assault.
Oh.
Yes. Whoever's listening, Google
I
felonious.
thought it was like phony.
So we know what it means.
Phonious assault.
Phony ass assault.
This bitch lied on me.
Fucking retarded.
Felonious.
Hey, I wasn't as bad as Ginger.
If I ever become a rapper, that's going to be my name. Felonious.
Hey, it's just what it sounds like, man.
Felonious.
I was like, they're initiating gingers all across America.
So how ridiculous was that story?
I mean, it's ridiculous, but like, there's not a whole lot we can say
on
on
a 5 to 1 to 5.
I almost fell out my seat.
That's like a 2.
All right, let me try again. A naked man fell through the ceiling of a woman's bathroom at Logan Airport on Saturday, then ran out of the restroom and viciously assaulted an elderly man while he was still in the buff and bleeding before
he was sneaking
being arrested by state police.
So he was getting his
He was up in the rafters,
peeper time,
sneaking a peek. Fucking.
He got naked,
tugging
in the men's side. Right?
Yeah,
he got naked in the men's
climbed
side.
up into the roof.
Went over to the women's side.
Oh, he wanted to get a peep.
Yeah, he was peeping. He's probably gonna fucking little spanky spank.
Fell through, ran out.
Now wait, everybody just stop for a second. Everybody just stop for a second. Picture a man masturbating in the fucking overhead and then just falling. Now I really hope. I hope that he at least got to nut before that happened. Or is that what happened? When he,
hold on, no, do that again. Do that again. But on the count of 3, I just want everybody to go like this. Just do me a favor. On the count of 3, everybody just jump back and go, whoa. 1, 2, 3. Watch what happens.
Oh no.
He came. Do some editing later.
He fell through the women's side, ran out,
and beat an old man up.
Took this old man's cane, pressed it against his chest, bit his ear, and then he was arrested.
Hallelujah.
I mean, he was snorting bath salts then.
So Stitches is not on tour anymore, is what you're saying. I put that dick in your face.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Stitches.
Are you not on the Stitches yet?
I've sung a little bit.
I don't sell them, bro.
I gotta check him out.
This is like the 3rd time we've spoken.
Bro, we need to have the video.
He's on there, but there's another one, courtesy of Spooky.
That's so crazy.
I love Stitches. I'm sorry, yo, and I don't.
He
even
leaves you in stitches. I
don't even do cocaine, but like when I listen to his music, I feel like I just did like 8 rails.
You got high off his supply.
Yeah, I did get high off his own supply.
So how ridiculous was that one?
That was a 5. That was easily a 5.
Was good.
All right, well then
hopefully he's not from Massachusetts. He made us all look.
Florida.
Oh, okay, then good.
A window washer fell 11 stories from a bank building Friday morning onto a moving car, crushing its roof and sending glass flying into the street. Police and witness said, and lived.
Damn.
And in other news, filming for Die Hard #7
has begun.
Is currently underway in San Francisco. Yeah. That's I mean, how high up is 11 stories?
But he wasn't naked.
11 times 12, so almost 130 something feet.
So wait, a story's a foot?
12 feet.
Oh, so one story is 12 feet.
Yeah.
So 11 times 12. Math. I don't math. It would be 122. 120. How high up is that? That's like a football field, right? A little bit more?
Yeah.
It's like
it might be 132.
It's like 1 1/4 football fields, almost 1 1/2.
So, well, no. Feet, because...
I'm thinking of yards.
Yeah. I'm thinking of yards. I fucking don't math, okay? Like, I word... I don't math.
My word's good.
I words well.
You got a calculator on your phone, so that's great.
I'm sorry. I was just in this world where I was watching Bob's Burgers and Gene was doing the one-man Gene show at fucking Die Hard. You started talking about Die Hard.
I don't watch Bob's Burgers.
You don't watch Bob's Burgers, so you don't even know my.
You don't even know
what I'm talking about, man.
I tried. I got to the. They opened up the casket and it was full of candy, and I was like,
"You're Mort.
This was dumb.
You're Mort. You're Mort. He's Teddy.
I fucking wanted to like it. I love.
How am I Teddy?
I love Eugene.
I don't know.
I love Eugene Merman. I think he's a fucking hilarious comedian. Just the sound of his voice.
Like burgers.
I like H. John Benjamin. He was Archer too.
As far as it goes, though.
And I really want to enjoy it. You know. And here's the thing: is that I do that a lot with shows like American Horror Story. At first, I was like, this is dumb, and then I gave it a chance. And now it's like it's a fan. Sons of Anarchy. I was like, I'm gonna watch this. That's my fuck. I grew up that life though. I grew up in that life, so it was nothing like. I've had this conversation with him. There is a friend of my father's who is Tig. His name even started with a T, and he is literally the same guy. Took me to a ladyboy bar in Mexico. Thought it was like the right thing to do when I was 13.
Oh my God!
Make a man out of you. No, but like I grew up that life, so it took me a long time. Wait, what happened? I missed that.
You went to Mexico. You said you went to a gay bar. I don't know.
I didn't go to a gay bar. That's not a gay bar. Look.
Okay.
Like that's a bunch of chicks with dicks. There's a
difference. It's a difference,
sure.
right?
But listen. I didn't physically see any dicks. Okay, I saw.
But you
I
felt
saw
a whole bunch of them.
I saw a whole lot of Adam's apples. You know, very pronounced, strong chins on these women.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Deborah.
So I give shows a chance all the time that I'm like, I don't think so. And I tried it with Bob's Burgers, and I tried it more than once.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it's just
I get it, man.
It's a little too well done.
Some shows don't give me. I gave Freak Show a try, man. I didn't like give it. I walked in on it and I actually sat through and watched it.
It just wasn't for you?
No, it was actually pretty good.
Oh, good.
It was something that I had Vic Mackey in it, and I watched through the Shield and just the character. I mean
the Chickless, right?
Michael
Chickless.
himself.
Yeah. He's on that?
Yeah, he's.
I'd watch
he's
it, but I have
strong
too
man.
many things taping at the same time, so I can't
Well,
even watch it.
you gotta fucking step into the 21st century where we pirate everything.
Yeah. Or I can just wait till it comes on Netflix next season. I guess.
We're streaming.
Yeah, no, despite my hate for reality TV, I don't watch a lot of that reality TV. I watch like Shark Tank.
Yeah,
and
I like Shark Tank.
It's not like a ting, more like a.
Almost like a queef.
Like a ting, like a ting. Not like a.
You sound like you've heard a lot of
See
queefs in your life.
those old ladies that got.
No,
high,
the way he described it. Here's the thing. For those of you guys that don't know, because obviously I'm the only super old school juggalo
Have you
here.
seen the video?
I haven't seen the video. We're gonna talk about that in a second. So that whole thing, the tink and a pff, that's from an old Shaggy Show episode, right? The way you described, he goes, I don't watch reality TV. I don't watch that reality TV that's like, you know, like I watch that reality TV that's like, yeah, like that made no fucking sense. What kind of reality TV is like?
He's just making trying
like
to
the
sound
Kardashians.
And what's the yeah?
Fucking Rock of Love. You know, I saw his kids watch fucking
old Rock of Love. Like they watch the old episodes of it.
The one after it with the chick.
There's another one.
The Daisy of Love.
Oh
God. Oh yeah.
Wow.
And
right back to 2004.
Every single one of them. But see, that shows you that reality shows, to a certain extent, have not changed. It's still a lot of women just going, That's what I'm talking
more like
about.
Than a ting.
Yeah, I guess so.
Getting back to the
video. What is this video?
Well, we said queef, and the old ladies were talking about queefing after they got high.
The three.
I haven't seen the second one yet where they talk about queefs.
No, it's the same video.
The first
I
one?
caught the extended cut, I think.
Yeah, there's an extended
I watched the first one, so it must be on the
I guess. I mean, this is the only one that I've ever seen.
No,
But
so they did one, but they were like, it gets even
grandmothers
better. Yeah, I watched
get
that.
stoned,
Yeah, that's a big thing right now.
And then they play Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
And
I must have missed the queef
They didn't
joke.
know what a queef was. And
That's so good.
That was awesome.
Did somebody tell them?
Yeah.
This chick
What
brought
was the reaction?
I love that kind of stuff. There's a channel that's called I think the Fine Brothers have a part in it. But it's like they have kids react to.
Oh, so good.
Oh, yeah.
To the
Teens
viral
react
videos,
to,
old people react.
Old people react
So
to.
just themes.
Viral videos, whatever the viral videos are, or weird
That started
shit.
with the 2 Girls in 1 Cup. They would
Yeah.
play that video and they would
Another
film
reaction.
your reaction.
They had
the
this
person,
one that's
they
like,
wouldn't show the video at all, just the person's
Yeah.
reaction to what.
Remind me of that guy that was watching the game thing and it scares him.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Yeah.
Kids react to. That was Bobby Moynihan, and
Saturday
that
Night
was
Live.
not a real
Yeah.
bit. But these kids react to the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. So they have kids that are like
I saw that
anywhere
one.
between 8 and 12 years old.
Playing the
They just
original.
give them a Game Boy and don't tell them anything.
And just videotape.
And they just videotape them. They just talk about the reaction and stuff. It's really good. It's
pretty neat. It's really interesting.
I'll
to
show
see.
you when we get to the house.
Oh yeah, they do it where they play like Nintendo, regular Nintendo, and Game Boy and stuff like
Like
that.
they played Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yeah.
And some made it far and some didn't.
They did it with Mike Tyson actually.
Yeah.
And they had him
Oh,
play
yeah, on
him.
Jimmy Fallon show.
They
Yeah.
actually had him
And
play
he got
Mike
fucked
Tyson.
up.
Mike Tyson, I met him a couple times. Tyson's crazy.
Mike Tyson.
This is bullshit.
He fucked. Have you been watching the Mike Tyson's
Adventure
mysteries?
Crazy story about Mike Tyson. I was over at seeing some movie. I think it was some Denzel Washington movie years ago. I actually watched Mike Tyson meet Alice Cooper.
Wow.
When Alice Cooper walked off, Mike Tyson was convinced that Alice Cooper was Ozzy. And who's like, isn't that the guy that bit off the head off a rat? I'm like, no, that's the guy that came out with a turkey or chicken on stage, threw it in the audience, and everybody tore it apart. I knew a band back east that did it. They were called Street Turkey, and they would throw a raw turkey in the audience, and everybody throw it. It was the nastiest thing. They kind of did it as a tribute to Alice Cooper.
Right?
So Mike Tyson thought Alice Cooper was Ozzy Osbourne.
Then I met Alice Cooper a couple of years later. He came to my old job, told him the story. He thought it was hilarious.
It kind of reminds me of that Aziz Ansari joke about how 50 Cent ordered a grapefruit.
Yeah.
And then he brings it to him, and he goes, "Hey, why is this not purple?"
Yeah. He didn't know what a grapefruit was.
And people that don't know us, we say we're juggalos and we're performers. They start thinking we're ICP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know
That's
nothing
funny.
about. They're like, you guys are ICP.
Oh, you guys. So are you guys in ICP?
That's you guys.
That's funny.
Are you guys in ICP?
Yeah, right. Like no.
Well, Violent J caught up with you in weight now. So.
What's that?
Violent J caught up with you in weight now. He got big now. He was like 400 pounds.
Yep.
No.
He got off those pills and just started smoking weed. Good for him, but shoot, he's getting big.
Yep. This guy's gonna have to.
I'm about to step on. I'm gonna go on the pear diet.
Pear diet. Hook me up with some pears. I want to diet too.
Does that mean
shit's a 4X?
Does that mean you eat everything in pairs?
Yeah,
pears.
Like two of everything. Two of everything. Call me Noah.
2 pizzas, two double quarter pounders.
Why do they like to embarrass fat people too? You buy a shirt a little bit
2
bigger.
buckets of chicken.
Like I buy this shit in a 4X and this goes down to my wrist. Like
it's like you're trying to
what
embarrass
kind of fat man do you know who has like 6'7" and weighs 400 pounds, has got arms that are this long?
Or maybe you should start that apparel that's like 4 just like awkwardly
Yeah.
paired shaped fat guys.
They have the long tall.
Yeah.
You can get
But not paired.
No, they do. They do the
pear shape.
They do the big and tall where you're tall,
Awkwardly pear shaped where it's just like big bottoms, small top. That's wild.
I got too much of a gut for.
Sounds expensive.
It is expensive.
Well, if you're big, everything's expensive.
Yeah.
Usually.
Obviously,
including your bill at dinner.
That's another thing that's going on. What is it called? Old Navy has they put 2 sizes next to it. One was like a really small, and another one was like a size. One was like a size 16,
but they run
and it's
small.
like double the price. And that's like a big thing going on right now. All these chubby women that they're all protesting. They're all trying to boycott Old Navy because
I
they're
understand
charging all
it.
this money for bigger
I
sizes.
understand it. Look, you want to know why they charge more money for bigger sizes? Because
More
it takes
material.
more fucking material to cover your fat ass.
For shipping,
I understand
too.
why I pay $60 for a pair of jeans that's like a $20 pair of Walmart jeans.
Why don't they have, though, one company that gets all these T-shirt licenses and makes only T-shirts between 4X to 6X?
Yeah, casual
Because
male XL.
Nobody does that. Well,
It's
casual
expensive.
male does, but it's expensive as shit.
Yeah, well, they're all expensive, but it's
unreasonably expensive.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I've bought them.
$50 for a shirt is unreasonably expensive.
Yeah, I got a long
I don't even
sleeve
have
on
them.
clearance. It was like $20.
Well, the way everything's going, they say what Americans we the fat folks. So
No, actually, there's a lot of countries that are fat now.
Yeah.
UK's fat, Germany's fat.
Well, then that's even better. It just means there's.
I thought UK was just meant for bad teeth.
Nope.
Now they're fat too.
They're fat
Okay.
too. You will get English people who will pick on Americans about being fat, but their obesity rate is exactly the same. Most is the case with a lot of
pig dog Americans.
Those kind of like
you want
Anglo,
cheeseburger,
mostly Anglo. I want to say
pizza
societies
bang bang.
are the same way.
Bunch of bullshit.
Those foreign women still want our fat asses for them green cards, though. So bring them on.
Let's get out of here, you guys. Let's play a couple more songs, and we're gonna call it a day. This has been the Arizona Juggalos podcast. I'm Taco Tetsugen for Spooky, Nasty, Steve Costa. We're
Thanks
out.
for having me
You
out. I
guys-
appreciate it.
Hey, thank you, man.
for being here. We really appreciate it.
Yep.
And we're out of here, you guys.
Like we breaking bad, pen in a pad. We got that blue while your suckers serve the same crap. Swag rat, put it in your backpack. You can have that. Ain't nobody trying to hear that whack track.
This here's a war zone, shooting at the microphone, generating general genocide like Jim Jones. Pushing pens on papers, persistently print flows. You pussies getting paralyzed, pimping pronouns venomized. Poisonous, perfectly positioned point of view. You just poisonous, tactical, take down the terrorists through. Verbally, ain't nobody ever heard of me. Absurd to see, flow so heavy, causing tidal waves and parting seas. Rap giants, in fact, we smash tyrants, surpass the class finest to mash and blast. Honest to God, I try to keep it humble, but you rappers seem to fumble and lose sign of existence before you take that tumble.
Got only friends cause I killed all my rivals. Got only friends cause I killed all my rivals. Got only friends cause I killed all my rivals.
Let the poisonous to the corners. Your horoscope reads, grab a kit you wear, put a fork in it. Done. Reach about your speakers, grab the naked sugar bitch. Stop it through your subwoofer, wasn't for the fuck of it. Fold you over more times than a contortionist, extorting orphan kids, import their souls to the door where no one goes and lives. High radical must defy as a go, crush dynamics and flush the weak images. I reckon the damn day straight up sick of this ham hand coming quick and spitting these forbidden scriptures written in blood stains. You feel the nervous weak, feel the trouble on your feet. Fade the seal so discreet, snuff you out and push the lead. Bringing the war, leading the cavalry, never ready to battle against all rivals, taking over the galaxy. Feel the rumble, though you start to give way. If you come to hate, too bad we here to stay.
Got only friends cause I killed all my rivals. Got only friends cause I killed all my rivals. Got only friends cause I killed all my rivals.
Coming to wreck it in a quick flash, caught up in traffic and flash. Can find me breaking a piece of the game like a Kit Kat. Spitting hot flames, melting down these newbie rappers, gaining Twitter fame. They all sound the fucking same, now that's insane. The mainstream could take the full blame, set you off by your propane. My words addicting like some new strain of cocaine. I'm so vain, it's no thing. Strangling these wag cowards who have no game. Always hounded like bro, sounding stupid, begging for change. Off with the heads of your lames, don't give a damn what you say. Am I your mind? I'm the shit and all y'all secretly gay. Confronting like you something that truthfully is you nothing. Sick of all y'all bugging when I'm just trying to chill and function. Your life like the size of a munchkin, half pint. Bet it gets to running when we rush it, violently crushing your windpipe. On a grim night, I summon you back to the land of life. Exercise you back to hell just to say I killed you twice.
Only friends cause I killed all my rivals. Got only friends cause I killed all my rivals. Got only friends cause I killed all my rivals.
Run up on a motherfucker, beat his ass down. Leave him with a sad face like a clown. Chopping dead bodies all up, leave him in the streets, chopping dead bodies all up. Then you beat to me, yeah, I'm a sick motherfucker, but that's what it's like. Being a psychopathic body vision, motherfucker. Voices in my head tell me about what it's like. The one over there would just pick up the knife. Knife pieces, you ain't gonna tear his ass apart. Leave them all dead with a body full of scars. Killing spree with my homies, that's what's up. Niggas havoc, I'll be gonna tear this bitch up. Leaving all the bodies bleeding and hanging up. Standing in the blood drip, trying to fill a cup. They say I'm fucked up in the head, and yes, I do agree. I'm a sick deranged psychopathic, as you can see.
Chop, 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 chopping dead bodies all up. Chop, 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 chopping dead bodies all up. Chop, 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 chopping dead bodies all up. Chop it real quick, like this.
Chopping dead bodies all up, I don't give a fuck like what. It's a double S, switch your jet back on the scene. Taking off with your spleen, gotta get it like a motherfucking crack fiend. When I be walking steady, stalking through the night. Drag him down to the sewer pipes, to my evil little world, void of sunlight. Down here you get what you get, that's a motherfucking excellent. Watch the blood drip from the neck to the blade, from the rage to the pain to the gaze to your face. Will it all feel strange if I ain't killed every day? So I just wait for these evil motherfuckers come my way. Drag them down to the underground with a hand around their mouth, so they ain't screaming out. Sneak attack from the back, hit them up with the axe. So I cut them up, the swirl is so damn corrupt. So I just chop, chop, chop 'em up.
Chop, chop,
chopping dead bodies all up. Chopping dead bodies all up. Chopping dead bodies all up.
Chop it real quick, like this.
I'm the fucking sickest thing you never seen before. Hit the floor when I come around your house, stalking trumpet galore. Make us be the ones who witness and with no prints or trace of evidence. So beyond snatch them up, keep a secret and a listen. Don't let nobody get it. I'm the one you spy down on from your window with your specs and telescopes, sitting pen and stricken with the hope that when I turn you a duck, that is yo. But that ain't so, cause I've watched you and I know every place it is that you go. Blood stains on my paper, put a label on the names and faces, erased and misplaced since ages. Delay your interest, the mischief, retreat, ruin, lead you to peek and see or be someplace that you don't wanna be. Ain't a plan packing me to cemetery or my cellar watching me cut up dead bodies. Chopping dead bodies all up. Chopping dead bodies all up. Chopping dead bodies all up.
Chop it real quick, like this.
Arizona Juggalos.